From chilling footage of a skinwalker masterfully disguised as someone's mother to unsettling scenes of haunted toys coming to life, and even spine-tingling alien sightings. Among the billions of people in the world, it's often said that family is the one group you can trust in any situation. But what if that family isn't exactly who or what you think they are? This clip will make you question everything. This footage was captured by a security camera installed in a kitchen, but what it recorded is nothing short of terrifying. In the video, everything in the kitchen seems perfectly normal. A woman is standing right in the middle with her back to the camera. But something about her is wrong. You can't quite figure it out, not until you notice her arms. They hang grotesquely long, unnaturally stretching all the way to the floor like some twisted version of a human. And just when you think it can't get any worse, she slowly turns around and locks eyes with the camera, as if she's staring straight into your soul. The uploader claims that this was their own mother. But after seeing this footage, they came to a horrifying realization. The person they had been living with wasn't their mother at all. It was something far more sinister. A skinwalker. Our world is home to a vast array of animals, with countless species roaming around, many of which we're pretty familiar with. But every now and then, something like this shows up and makes you wonder, what on earth could this be? This clip comes straight from a zoo, where a zookeeper captured footage of a truly strange-looking animal. In the video, you'll see this bizarre, monkey-like creature casually munching on what looks like a grape. At first glance, it seems like some species of monkey, until you notice the details that make it look almost alien. Its fur is thinning, giving its body an unsettlingly smooth appearance. Its hands are oddly skinny, with fingers curling in a way that's more reminiscent of a bat than a primate. And then there's the head, completely bald, almost too bald, making you wonder if this is some alien species making a casual stop on Earth. But hold up. I did some digging. Turns out, this guy isn't some extraterrestrial. It looks like an old silvery marmoset, possibly suffering from hair thinning and the wear of old age. This fella's just getting up there in years. But isn't it fascinating how age transforms these creatures? Nature has a way of surprising us, even with something as universal as growing old. There's a fine line between being brave and being downright stupid, but the guy in this video, he didn't just cross that line. He completely obliterated it, doing something most of us wouldn't even dare imagine. Man was inches away from meeting his maker. The clip you're watching comes from a Russian adventurer who decided to camp out, wait for it, in a bear's den. Yeah, you heard that right, a bear's den. In the footage, you can see him sitting inside the den while the bear waits right outside, clearly not thrilled with his uninvited guest. The guy is visibly anxious, breathing heavily, and who could blame him? Meanwhile, the bear is standing at the entrance, growing more aggressive by the second, almost daring him to step outside. But here's where it gets wild. Somehow, by keeping calm, the man manages to avoid being torn apart. Slowly, cautiously, he begins to make his way out of the den. And just when you think it's all over, the bear leans in, giving him a good sniff, like it's some sort of casual selfie moment. The guy even records it up close, as if he's documenting a friendly encounter, when in reality, one wrong move, and he'd have been the bear's next meal. Seriously, don't ever try this. No matter how confident you are, this isn't something you can just handle. This guy got lucky, really lucky. Ever had one of those moments where your battery-operated baby toys just start playing on their own? Well, before you chalk it up to a glitch, maybe, just maybe, it's haunted. Just like what this homeowner experienced.
Is there anybody in here with us right now?
Music.
The video you just watched was uploaded by a mother who noticed her son's toy turning on by itself. In the clip, you can see the child's play area filled with toys. Nothing out of the ordinary at first glance. But then, the mother asks if anyone is there with her, and to her shock, one of the toys suddenly powers on by itself. Creepy, right? It gets weirder. She then asks whatever turned it on the first time to press a different button.
Can you press a different button on the toy?
The video cuts off after that eerie moment, but it leaves us with some seriously unsettling thoughts. I mean, this clearly wasn't just some random malfunction. How could it press a specific button on command? Safe to say, I'll be taking the batteries out of my baby's toys from now on. No way I'm risking a scene like this at home. Thinking about taking a speedboat ride, but want to add a little more flair to your adventure. How about something out of this world? Literally. This guy's got you covered, bringing a whole new meaning to riding in style with an extraterrestrial twist. This video comes from Vietnamese YouTuber Then Chi, who had a rather unusual idea for a boat. In the clip, you can see him prepping what looks like a full-on alien spaceship, casually setting it down into the water. As it touches the water, the door of this spacecraft opens on its own, just like something straight out of a science fiction movie. He climbs inside and sure enough, the interior looks just as alien as the outside, complete with spaceship vibes all around. The YouTuber grabs the steering wheel and, like it's no big deal, starts cruising down the water at impressive speed. This thing zips through the water like a proper speedboat, but it's a freaking spaceship on the surface. I mean, it's one thing to travel in style, but imagine the reaction of some unsuspecting fisherman seeing this unknown flying object like boat hurtling toward them at full speed. There's a chilling theory that ghosts and spirits exist in the elusive fourth dimension, one that we humans can't quite grasp. But every so often, if you're either incredibly lucky or downright cursed, you might just catch a fleeting glimpse of their reflection, like in this spine-tingling video. It looks like a scene straight out of a horror movie trailer. This spine-chilling video, posted on TikTok, shows a rocking chair eerily moving all on its own. But that's not even the worst part. As the cameraman pans toward a TV screen directly in front of the chair, the reflection reveals something truly unsettling. A small, childlike figure sitting in the chair, gently rocking it. Yet when the camera quickly shifts back to the chair itself, there's no one there. It's a bone-chilling thought, knowing something is sitting right in front of you, rocking away, and you can only see it through a reflection. It's enough to make you wonder what's really there that we just can't see with our own eyes. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Been a while since you hit up a truly electrifying party? Well, no worries. Your overhead power lines and transformers might be planning a little surprise party for the whole neighborhood. That looks like fireworks, doesn't it? This video, uploaded from India to Reddit, shows a terrifying electrical malfunction that could easily be mistaken for a fireworks display. In the footage, the entire neighborhood is suddenly lit up by what seems like a shower of sparks, But the crackling sound reveals the truth. Those aren't fireworks. The electrical lines are making contact, creating dangerous arcs of electricity, and even the transformer is on the verge of exploding from the short-circuited power. The whole fireworks show of sparks and arcs lasts for about 10 intense seconds until the transformer finally gives up and explodes. Witnessing something like this in person would be terrifying. It's not just your home appliances that are at risk. Your life is too. It could easily set something on fire or bring a live wire crashing down. Definitely not the kind of party you want to ROSFI to. There are some things in life that just shouldn't be possible. Until nature decides to pull a wild card. Like a dog stuck inside a tree trunk. I know, it sounds unreal, but watch for yourself.
There's the doggy. Come on. How was that ride?
This next video is a heartwarming rescue, but it leaves us scratching our heads wondering how in the world it even happened. In the clip, you see a man, likely a hunter, using a chainsaw to cut through the base of a large tree. He's nearly finished sawing through it, and as the final cut is made, the tree slowly falls to the ground. But to everyone's shock, a dog emerges from its hollow trunk. That's right. The whole rescue was to free a dog trapped inside. I'm thrilled the dog made it out safe. But I've got so many questions. Like, how in the world did this dog even get stuck in there in the first place? The cameraman mentioned something about the dog chasing a squirrel.
Said, Dad, I didn't get the squirrel.
What happened to the squirrel, baby?
The squirrel got away.
But seriously, how did the dog manage to climb that high and then end up inside the trunk? It's a heartwarming moment, sure, but also one heck of a confusing mystery. Have you ever heard those eerie, faint knocking noises coming from your walls or ceiling, only to dismiss them as figments of your imagination? What if it's not just in our heads? This unsettling video comes from Mexico, where a homeowner noticed a strange creature peeking out from a wall in his storeroom. In the clip, he shines a flashlight into a wall cavity, and to his horror, something is staring back at him. A large, human-like eye is fixed on him from that tiny opening, gazing directly into the camera. It's genuinely eerie not knowing what's on the other side. At first glance, you might think it's just a cat. But seriously, how did it even get inside the wall? And why is it staring as if it wants to haunt our dreams? Whatever this creature is, I'm definitely sealing up all my wall cavities from now on. That's for sure. There are countless interpretations of how angels might appear. Some envision them as humans, others imagine them as radiant beings of light. But then there's the unsettling biblical description that looks like this.
This one's you. Look at this.
This captivating video was captured by a family on a road trip who happened to stumble upon a breathtaking sky and decided to record it. As they pan across the beautiful clouds, a colossal bird-like creature suddenly materializes. It's absolutely immense, and that eye just stares blankly into the heavens. This is what the biblical description of an angel might look like. But before you start looking nervously at the sky while driving, remember that this video is actually a stunning piece of computer-generated imagery. Still, it boggles my mind how easily we can transform our wildest imaginations into such vivid visual creations. It's truly amazing what technology can do. Some people believe we live in a simulation, and that occasionally glitches occur that we just can't explain. Well, this next video captures a supposed glitch that will truly boggle your mind. This intriguing footage comes from a cafe where a man recorded a bizarre sight that's both confusing and surreal. As he's about to step outside, he notices a black car parked on the street in front of him. But here's the confusing thing. The back half of the car is black, while the front half, just behind the glass door, is completely white, almost as if it belongs to a different vehicle altogether. As the cameraman pans around, he catches a glimpse through the mirror, revealing that the car is indeed white. Yet, when you look at it directly, it appears black. It's a perplexing sight, until you realize it's all due to this being also a reflecting mirror, probably bouncing back another car parked on the opposite side of the door. The homes and fences in the reflection are likely the same as those on the other side, creating this mind-bending visual effect. Isn't it fascinating how our perception can be manipulated so easily? This little incident serves as a reminder of just how strange our reality can sometimes be. Natural disasters always remind us of our utter helplessness in the face of nature's fury. However, amidst the chaos, these brave hotel staff members in China are doing everything they can to fight against one of nature's most brutal forces. What a sight! This video shows a group of hotel workers battling a powerful typhoon in China. The storm unleashes its fury, with torrential rain and fierce winds whipping through the streets like a flash flood. The hotel staff is desperately trying to hold the door closed against this overwhelming force of nature. You can see the wind pushing against the door with such intensity that it nearly swings open, but somehow the workers manage to slam it shut just in time. While their efforts are commendable, it's a perilous situation. Those glass doors could shatter at any moment, putting them at serious risk. Seriously, guys, are you even getting paid enough for this? It's a tense moment that really highlights both the bravery and the madness of trying to stand strong against nature's wrath. This next video we got captures a heart-stopping cinematic rescue of a 4-year-old girl from the clutches of a devastating flood in Austria. This incredible footage was captured by a homeowner stranded on their roof during the flood. In the video, you can see a Black Hawk helicopter hovering above a house, ready to spring into action. As the cameraman zooms in, it becomes clear that a rescue worker is on the roof with the little girl, both anxiously awaiting the helicopter's assistance. The Black Hawk expertly lowers a rope, which the rescue worker quickly secures around their harness. With precision and care, they are lifted into the air, showcasing the incredible skill of the rescue team. It's a heart-pounding moment that feels straight out of an action movie. In situations like this, air rescues are undoubtedly the safest and most effective way to save lives. Kudos to the team for their bravery and quick thinking. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Imagine living in a country so incredibly oil-rich that it literally spills right out of the ground without any drilling required. Welcome to Algeria, where the earth itself reveals its bounty in astonishing ways. Oil, oil everywhere. This video comes from the Algerian desert, where a group of workers stumbled upon an astonishing oil spring in the sand. In the footage, you can see the crude oil rushing out of the ground on its own, spreading across the desert landscape. What's remarkable is that while most countries invest millions of dollars in drilling and exploring oil reservoirs, Algeria is so abundant in oil that it practically flows to the surface with just a simple dig. It's fascinating to witness such a natural phenomenon, showcasing the wealth of resources Algeria has beneath its soil. We've all been there, grumbling about the price of honey, but have you ever paused to consider the incredible journey it takes to reach your table? This eye-opening video pulls back the curtain on the intricate and often perilous process of honey harvesting. This next video comes from a honey harvester, showcasing the terrifying reality of the job. In the footage, you can see thousands of honeybees clinging to their hives, and among them, our brave harvester stands high above, secured to a cliff with a white bucket in hand. He's hundreds of feet in the air, carefully picking a hive and placing it into the bucket. Then, he calls out to his team below to lower it down, all while being surrounded by a cloud of buzzing bees. It looks absolutely terrifying. You can hardly see the harvester beneath the thick layer of bees enveloping him. It's a pretty scary job. But this is how we get our pure honey. So the next time you buy a jar, remember the brave souls who risk it all for that sweet golden goodness. We've sent countless astronauts into space, but this groundbreaking video is taking the internet by storm, showcasing a historic moment, the very first civilian space encounter.
Single-handed mobility demonstration.
Commander Jared Isaacman now emerging from...
In a groundbreaking moment captured on video, Jared Isaacman, a billionaire entrepreneur, became the first civilian to ever walk in space. The footage, recorded from inside a SpaceX capsule, shows Isaacman emerging from the spacecraft and taking his historic first steps outside into space. As Isaacman ventures out, cheers erupt from Mission Control on Earth. The awe-inspiring scene is a testament to human ingenuity and the growing accessibility of space exploration. Isaacman, who paid an undisclosed sum to participate in the Polaris Dawn mission, is the first of 3 civilians to embark on this extraordinary journey. This historic event marks a significant milestone in space exploration, demonstrating that the once exclusive realm of astronauts is now opening up to the public. Are you considering joining a ship crew because the pay seems enticing? Before you dive in headfirst, take a moment to watch this eye-opening video. You might want to think twice. This is pretty terrifying. This video captures a ship navigating through massive, ferocious ocean waves at night. You can see the waves rising up like mountains, while the ship swings up and down as if it were a toy. Surprisingly, it manages to stay balanced. But those towering waves are high enough to send this massive vessel airborne for a moment. This footage reveals the true horror of the ocean and what it's like out there in the dark. Honestly, I think I'd prefer my 9-to-5 job over braving the seas at night, even if it paid millions. Planning a trip, but your kid's already driving you up the wall with all the fuss. Well, what if you could pack them up in a travel-friendly size? Just like this clever squirrel did. This video comes from a homeowner who captured a truly wholesome moment in their backyard. In the footage, we see a black squirrel hiding under a bush with what appears to be her little one. The little squirrel seems a bit naughty and takes off, prompting the mother to call it back. When it finally returns, she starts folding it up. Yes, you saw that right. She literally folds her little one into a more compact size, then picks it up in her mouth and scurries away. It's a cute and hilarious moment that showcases animal parenting in a unique way. It might look convenient for the mother, but I can't help but wonder if that little fella appreciates the arrangement. Earth, the solid foundation beneath our feet, the very ground we rely on for safety and stability. We tend to take it for granted, believing it will always hold firm. But a shocking incident in California has shaken that trust to its core.
Slides, instability. This morning, the Rancho Palos Verdes area is facing new obstacles.
Yeah, another neighbor.
This video comes from a news channel showcasing bizarre cracks appearing in the metropolitan area of Los Angeles, California. Captured from a helicopter, the footage reveals roads sinking as if something is melting them away. The pavement shows significant bumps, and even the tennis courts are riddled with enormous cracks. The metropolitan roads are suffering severe damage, with these fissures nearly splitting them apart at various points. It's a strange phenomenon to witness, with the ground behaving in such an unsettling manner. Let's hope this doesn't lead to any major damage to buildings, or even more importantly, to lives. There are two kinds of people in this world: those who wholeheartedly believe in the existence of aliens, and those who dismiss the idea as mere fantasy. If you find yourself in the skeptical camp, get ready. This next video is for you.
What?
Ma, you see this?
No. Holy shit!
What
What the hell is that?
What is happening?
This next video was uploaded on TikTok. Captured by a boy strolling in his backyard at nighttime. In the footage, he zooms in on some strange lights flickering in the distance. These lights flash in red and blue, reminiscent of police sirens. You can hear the sheer tension and confusion in the boy's voice as he records this phenomenon.
Oh my god, what the fuck is happening? What is that? What is that?
The video is captioned with the suggestion that these lights are from an alien spaceship. But I'm a bit skeptical. I suspect these lights might be installed on a mountain nearby, obscured by nighttime visibility and fog. However, if I'm wrong, then there's definitely something extraterrestrial going on. Maybe even an alien police force, who knows? Every creature on this planet is unique, but perhaps none more so than the bizarre black goat born in Sultanpur, India. Its resemblance to ancient Greek mythology is uncanny. In this brief clip, you witnessed a goat born with a condition known as cyclopia, resulting in facial deformities. Instead of two distinct eyes, this goat's eyes are fused together, creating one large eye in the middle of its face. This striking feature gives the goat the appearance of a mythical creature from ancient tales. The farmers on whose farm this goat was born were left stunned and weirded by its unusual appearance. Even the owner, with a decade of experience as a goat farmer, admitted to never encountering anything like it before. While it's a natural occurrence, the sheer oddity of this baby goat has sparked various reactions, with some viewers even likening it to an alien creature. Adding to the intrigue, the goat's mother and older siblings are completely normal. Despite its unusual appearance, the owner assures that the goat is living a healthy and normal life, defying any concerns about its well-being. Have you ever heard of airborne snake deliveries? Believe it or not, this video shows an eagle performing a swift drop of a snake onto an unsuspecting onlooker. It's unclear if the eagle had a prior altercation with the onlooker, leading to a perceived act of revenge. Alternatively, perhaps the eagle was simply presenting an unusual gift in the form of the snake. After dropping the reptile, the eagle flies away. Surprisingly, the person receiving this unexpected package remains remarkably calm, even panning the camera to capture the confused snake wriggling on the ground. This encounter definitely adds a new twist to the idea of watching out for the birds. Now, who knows, maybe we'll all need to be wary of raining snakes after seeing this. We all know frogs as calm creatures, simply sitting on lily pads and eating bugs. However, this clip will do a complete turnaround on your perception. Yep, frogs can be like this. This feisty frog has a whole snake in its mouth, and it's going in for the full swallow. The frog's stance is impressive, legs spread wide for stability. The snake? Not having a good time. It's wriggling like crazy to escape, but those froggy jaws are strong. Fun fact, most frogs are toothless. This means our determined amphibian friend is trying to gulp down the snake whole. No chewing involved. The close-up shot shows just how focused this frog is. It's not giving up that snack anytime soon. Maybe next time you see a frog in your yard, you'll think twice before shooing it away. If you hate bugs or insects, this video is not for you, so I recommend skipping it. In the video, a group of friends encounter a strange cave opening. Hesitant at first, one friend decides to enter. Inside, he disturbs a swarm of thousands of flying insects. These insects erupt in a frenzy, their vast numbers completely obscuring the man from sight. The swarm exits the cave in response to the disruption. Seeing the insects and feeling them on his body, the friend inside attempts to escape, but seeks refuge deeper in the cave due to the overwhelming presence. Initially confused about the insect's identity, my research revealed these cave swarmers to be sand flies, more common than you think and similar in appearance to mosquitoes. Sand flies are also bloodsuckers, but this concern likely paled in comparison to the immediate threat of the insects entering the friend's nose or ears, which could cause significant damage. This video adds another fear to my list of reasons to avoid venturing into caves. Mother Nature throws us curveballs every now and then, and this intriguing video is a prime example. It showcases a strange creature inching its way across a tree branch. At first glance, you might mistake it for a grasshopper, but a closer look reveals something entirely different. The creature's body resembles a tangle of thin bones, moving in a slow, laborious manner. Its grasshopper-like form takes an unusual turn with a strangely textured, hairless body. Long legs and prominent antennae complete its bizarre appearance. The internet is abuzz with speculation. Some viewers find an uncanny resemblance to the skeletal devil horses depicted in movies. Could this be a new species, an unknown life form, or perhaps even a visitor from beyond our world? Prepare to witness a scene that'll have you checking your own closets twice. The video opens on a seemingly ordinary room. The only point of interest is a large wardrobe, its dark presence dominating the frame. Each bang creaking the wardrobe door open a fraction further. As the knocking abruptly stops, the camera person understandably on edge. The wardrobe is completely empty. Unexplained phenomena, or a cleverly concealed trick? This eerie video ignites the age-old debate. Are we witnessing a genuine encounter with the paranormal or something more down to earth? My friends think skydiving is awesome, always trying to drag me along. But nope. This video is my ultimate proof of why I fear it. Many things can go wrong. The cameraman jumps too, capturing the terrifying scene behind him. The other plane, wingless, plummeting towards the ground. We also see a view from the diver jumping from the plane that just crashed into the other. From that view, we can see that after the plane collided, all the divers jumped off and scattered in the air. Thankfully, these were trained professionals. Each had a parachute, their only hope for a safe landing. Anyway, this is why I stick to the ground. We all know plants are alive, but have you ever seen one take a walk? A branch with leaves is moving and grooving. It scoots across the pavement like it has tiny feet. At first, you might think it's some sneaky leaf bugs in disguise. But zoom in closer, and it's clear. These are real leaves, firmly attached to the branch. The most puzzling part? Other leaves are scattered around, perfectly still. So what's making this one take a stroll? Is it magic? A mischievous wind spirit? The answer might be simpler. Wind could be playing tricks, pushing the branch in a way that makes it look like it's walking. But hey, that doesn't stop the mystery. Ever seen a bird that looks like it came straight out of hell? There's a weird video going crazy on TikTok. It shows a strange bird people are calling the opium bird. They say it's the first one ever seen in Antarctica. In the video, the bird looks totally out of place. It's big and covered in white fur, with a long beak and eyes that seem empty. The whole thing is just kinda creepy, and it just sits there. But hold on, this bird might not be all it seems. The video actually has 3 clips showing different opium birds, and all of them have something red dripping from their beaks. Plus, the whole look of the bird seems a bit unreal. Turns out, this whole thing was a trick. The opium bird isn't real. It was created using special effects computers. So while the video might make you jump at first, there's no need to worry about a monster bird hanging out in Antarctica. Imagine you're looking out your window, and in the house across the street, you see this.
Tapping on the window out there.
Oh, yeah.
Top window.
Yeah.
This video from California has viewers on the edge of their seats. The clip, filmed by a neighbor, captures a sight straight out of a spooky movie. It shows what appears to be an empty house across the street. A strange humanoid shadow darts across an upstairs window in an unnaturally swift motion. The figure then vanishes, only to reappear moments later in a downstairs window, seemingly staring directly at the camera. Needless to say, this was a really scary and bizarre sight. However, this encounter has sparked a debate. Is it a genuine paranormal experience, or something more down to earth? While the video is unsettling, I believe it could be a clever prank. A cardboard cutout figure, strategically placed and moved between windows, could explain the swift movements and reappearance. On a sunny day, along the shores of New Jersey, beachgoers were in for an unexpected twist when they stumbled upon a mysterious sight. A vibrant blue button, bobbing along the waves and finally coming to rest on the sandy shore. The sudden appearance of this bizarre object left everyone scratching their heads in wonder and excitement. This wasn't your average beach trinket. This button was actually a living creature called a blue button, also known as a Portuguese man-o'-war's close relative, the by-the-wind sailor. Despite its cute, button-like appearance, the blue button packs a surprising punch. Its vibrant blue body is adorned with feather-like tentacles that deliver a mild sting, enough to make your hand feel a bit tingly and uncomfortable. While they might look like jellyfish at first glance, these fascinating creatures belong to a different group entirely. They're classified as hydrozoans, colonies of tiny predators related to true jellyfish. So next time you're strolling along the Jersey shore and spot a blue button bobbing in the waves, admire it from afar. These little buttons, while visually captivating, carry a hidden sting. We often perceive squirrels as cute and harmless creatures frolicking in our backyards, gathering acorns. However, have you ever witnessed their aggressive side? This video, recorded in Texas, captures a surprising encounter between a squirrel and a snake. The squirrel displays remarkable aggression, fearlessly confronting the snake. The confrontation unfolds as the squirrel charges at the snake with remarkable ferocity. The snake, in turn, attempts to defend itself, but the agile and quick movements of the squirrel make it challenging. The squirrel, using its sharp teeth, relentlessly bites the snake's body, showcasing an unexpected and rarely seen aggressive behavior. This unusual and intense interaction provides a new perspective on the tenacity of these seemingly harmless backyard creatures. I personally had no idea that a squirrel even had a chance against these predators, but this one appears to be even winning. Imagine a giant seal casually strolling down your street, demanding treats like a playful visitor. In this video from North America, a massive seal takes a leisurely crawl on the road, showcasing a playful and funny demeanor. Onlookers observe the spectacle, and at one point, the seal charges towards them, adding a touch of excitement before coming to a stop. The seal then treats the audience to a circus-like move, culminating in it laying flat on the ground. This wholesome video highlights the typically jolly nature of seals, known for their non-aggressive and playful behavior. Nevertheless, it's essential to exercise caution and resist the urge to approach or attempt to pet such massive creatures. While they may appear cute and friendly, it's crucial to remember that their behavior can change if they feel threatened or provoked. Living in India, watch out for the karate monkeys. In this video from a shop's security camera, the street scene unfolds with an elderly person strolling casually. Suddenly, a monkey appears on the scene, charging towards something. To everyone's surprise, it targets the old man directly. The monkey executes a strong, two-legged kick, sending the poor man tumbling to the ground. After the attack, displaying its natural agility and parkour skills, the monkey swiftly jumps onto a nearby car and makes a quick getaway. This unexpected encounter raises concerns, as the situation could have taken a more severe turn, especially if the elderly man had hit his head on something during the fall. If you're in India, it's crucial to stay vigilant and be cautious around these mischievous primates to avoid potential encounters like this one. This intriguing video comes from an African forest safari, where a tourist captures footage of a peculiar creature sitting inside a tree. At first glance, the creature appears similar to a baboon, but as the camera zooms in on its face, it reveals features unlike anything seen before. The creature possesses a strange and creepy humanoid hand, sitting upright and fixated on something. In the background, you can hear the voices of a large crowd that has gathered to witness this unusual sight.
Jammer dat ze de kop niet ziet, dat zag je net wel, hè?
Ja, maar hij was een beetje
suggesting that the creature might be hiding in the tree due to the attention. While some may speculate that it's a baboon, the unique and potentially damaged appearance of its face raises questions. I think that it could have faced confrontations with other baboons, which is common as they vie for territory. What are your thoughts on this strange creature sighting? An anonymous viewer sent me this image through email, saying that they found it online. No source added. They said they thought this is the best image they've seen of Bigfoot. I have to say that indeed this is the clearest image of Bigfoot. If it is indeed Bigfoot, or if it is indeed real and not some artificial intelligence image. The body covered in fur seems massive, although I am not sure how close to the camera it is, but the face leans more into a canine creature. I am not sure what to make of this. What do you think? And if any of you have any more interesting footage, send them to the email in the description. This video will send shivers down your spine. It captures the terrifying experience of a homeowner who woke up in the middle of the night feeling thirsty. But instead of a refreshing drink, he got a major scare. The video shows a 911 call made by the homeowner after spotting a strange figure outside his window.
Hi, yeah, I'm and he's just like looking up at the window. He's been there for about 30 minutes now.
In the dead of night, a tall man, shrouded in a hoodie, stands motionless, staring intently into the house. The homeowner describes to 911 that he was being stalked for over 30 minutes by this unsettling figure. Imagine being in that situation. The homeowner's fear and confusion are completely understandable. Also, my mind is rushing with questions like, what does this person want? Why are they here in the middle of the night? Could they be dangerous? The time of night and the intensity of the stare make it undeniably creepy. This heart-stopping video, captured by a hiker's helmet camera, showcases the importance of staying alert on the trails. The footage takes us on a bumpy ride through a Canadian forest as the hiker enjoys the twists and turns of a narrow trail on his quad bike. But the thrill takes a sharp turn when he spots a large black bear resting right next to the track. The initial glance might have caused the hiker to brush it off, but a second look reveals the potential danger. Thankfully, the bear seems uninterested in a chase and remains calmly seated. Some viewers speculate that the bear, perhaps surprised by the fast-approaching quad bike, opted to let the moment pass. This close encounter serves as a crucial reminder for anyone venturing into bear country. Be alert and aware of your surroundings. So the next time you hit the hiking trails, add "look out for lurking bears" to your checklist. And remember, a healthy dose of caution can go a long way in ensuring a safe and enjoyable outdoor adventure. This video will leave you scratching your head and maybe a little queasy. It features a bizarre phenomenon captured at a Texas park after heavy flooding. The scene, hundreds of earthworms, clumped together in mysterious balls right in the middle of the road. Over 30 of these worm balls were found scattered across the pavement, leaving park staff and viewers utterly bewildered. But what caused this unusual behavior? Theories ran wild, with some suggesting paranormal activity or even aliens. Thankfully, Texas Parks and Wildlife offered a more down-to-earth explanation. Earthworms are usually underground dwellers, but during heavy rain, saturated soil can force them to the surface. To protect themselves from the elements and communicate with each other, they huddle together in these strange clusters. While the scientific explanation solves the mystery, it doesn't stop some viewers from finding these worm balls disturbing and disgusting. Calling all Bigfoot believers, this high-quality video from Canada has sparked a frenzy of speculation. Captured by a hiker on his trek through the woods, the footage shows what appears to be a large, bear-like creature resting in the distance. The initial glimpse might lead you to believe it's a bear, but upon closer inspection, things get interesting. The creature's massive size and thick black fur are evident, and the way its head seems seamlessly connected to its lower body, visible through the branches, adds to the mystery. The lack of a clear facial view fuels the debate. Some viewers suggest it could be a gorilla or ape species, but as we know, Canada isn't home to those primates. This naturally leads many to the thrilling possibility. The video is sure to ignite discussions among Bigfoot enthusiasts. But before jumping to conclusions, it's important to consider other possibilities. The blurry line between mystery and reality is what makes this video so captivating. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. This video will have you questioning your own eyes. This video, captured in the snowy woods of Russia, has sparked a heated debate on Reddit. In it, the camera isn't focused on the picturesque scenery, but rather on a strange figure lurking in the distance. A snow-covered shape, seemingly blending in with the frozen branches, appears to be staring directly at the camera. As the figure shifts slightly, details emerge. To me, it looks like a bizarre humanoid creature, covered in thick fur and encrusted with snow. A faint downward slope to its form even suggests a creepy smile. But is it really a mysterious being or something more mundane? There's a chance it could simply be a pile of frozen branches, cleverly camouflaged and swaying slightly in the breeze. However, the possibility of a cryptid sighting keeps the debate alive. What do you think? This video is a chilling reminder why they say Sunshine State with a shady side in Florida. The clip, captured from a car's dashboard camera, shows a seemingly ordinary scene. A driver approaching a flooded section of the road. The driver decides to test the water's depth by tossing out an empty water bottle. The water erupts in a frenzy as a large alligator lunges for the bottle, jaws snapping aggressively. This sneaky gator was lurking unseen beneath the surface, camouflaged perfectly by the murky water. The unsuspecting bottle triggered its hunting instincts, sending it into a surprising attack. After its failed attempt to snatch lunch, the gator disappears just as quickly, vanishing back into the depths. Florida's puddles can be more dangerous than they appear. These powerful predators might be lurking beneath the surface, waiting for an opportunity to strike. So next time you're in Florida, especially near water, proceed with caution. You never know what surprises might be waiting just out of sight. This video from Coronado Island has people buzzing about a real-life, unidentified flying object sighting.
I don't know how well you can see that. That's in the sky, above the ocean.
The clip shows a strange, otherworldly creature soaring through the sky in the distance. It's got a mysterious vibe, with lots of wiggling tentacles that kind of resemble a giant flying prawn. The way it flaps its tentacles to fly is truly fascinating to watch. Despite the distance, the creature seems pretty big. Now, some viewers are saying it's just fancy computer-generated imagery effects, but the way it moves and blends into the sky looks pretty real to me. Plus, who can deny the resemblance to those fantastical creatures from Pokemon? This video is definitely sparking some serious is it real or not debates. One thing's for sure, it'll leave you scratching your head and wondering what's really out there. Filmed in a village bordering an African forest, this clip captures a real-life encounter straight out of a fever dream nightmare. We see a villager desperately scrambling up a tree, pursued by a full-grown lion. Determined to reach its prey, launches itself at the tree trunk. With surprising agility, the lion rears up and places its massive paws on the bark, attempting to climb after the villager. Claws outstretched, it stretches its entire body in a terrifying display of power. Thankfully for the villager, the climb proves too difficult. Lions aren't exactly known for their tree climbing skills, and this particular tree doesn't offer the ideal branches for them. The video ends with the lion struggling, unable to reach its target. It's a close call for both the villager and the viewers left breathless by the encounter. One wrong move, and things could have turned disastrous. This spooky TikTok video has viewers wondering if a paranormal dance partner has merged. The clip features a girl attempting a viral dance trend, showcasing her moves with enthusiasm. Things take a chilling turn. A shadowy figure appears upstairs, peeking over the railing directly behind her. The girl lets out a gasp and sprints away, camera in hand. The source of her fright? A humanoid head with long flowing hair, but with one unsettling detail: no visible body. It appears to float eerily above the railing, Adding to the creep factor, the figure seems to be present even before the video starts, lurking in the background. Naturally, commenters are buzzing with theories. Some suggest it could be a dog, but the video description clarifies that the girl was home alone and pet-free. Could this be a ghostly prankster with a newfound love for TikTok challenges? While the answer remains a mystery, one thing's for sure. This video is sure to send shivers down your spine and make you think twice before recording your next TikTok dance move alone, at least until you check the background for any uninvited guests. The routine firsthand. This footage takes us on a journey as the sun sets and the coyotes emerge. We see them hunt, devour their prey, and even engage in playful wrestling matches, a heartwarming glimpse into their social side. They have a designated spot, like a hangout zone, where they bring their meals and relax with some much-needed grooming and friendly play. The video ends with a coyote stretching itself out in some impressive yoga-like poses. Who knew they were so flexible? Before this video, you might have thought of coyotes as simply predators threatening your pets, but this clip paints a whole new picture. We see them as simple creatures, leading chill lives and simply trying to survive in their natural habitat. So, the next time you hear a coyote howl at night, remember, there's a whole world of fascinating behavior happening under the cover of darkness. This video is a heartwarming reminder that motherly love knows no bounds, even in the animal kingdom. We see a mama raccoon patiently teaching her little one the essential skill of tree climbing. At first, Mama tries to help by gently nudging the baby raccoon up the tree with her mouth. But those tiny paws just aren't quite there yet. Mama, seeing her baby struggling to climb, takes a moment to regroup on a nearby roof. She then glances at the person filming, almost as if asking for a helping hand. Undeterred, Mama gets back to work. This time, her little climber finds its grip, and with wobbly determination, starts inching its way up the tree. Each tiny step is a victory, and Mama watches with a surge of pride. This clip is a beautiful example of how wild mothers pass down essential skills to their young. This next video will leave you scratching your head and moosing with laughter. It takes place on a California farm, where a farmer is trying to capture a rather unusual scene. A cow on his roof. The farmer, clearly frustrated, narrates the video, explaining that despite all the care and feeding, his cows still manage to defy logic.
You feed them, you raise them, you send them to school, and they're still stupid!
His exasperated yell suggests this roof-loving bovine might be a repeat offender, but the cow was surprisingly completely unfazed by its roof venture. It casually strolls across the rooftop like it's a grassy field, seemingly oblivious to the chaos it's causing. The video ends with the cow ambling towards the other side of the roof, leaving us with two burning questions. How on earth did it get up there? And more importantly, why? While the answers remain a mystery, one thing's for sure. This farmer might need to invest in some serious roof security, or maybe start a circus act featuring his high-flying cows. This spooky clip from Thailand has viewers wondering if they just witnessed a ghost. The video, captured by a street camera, shows a seemingly normal night scene. Cars zipping by on a dark road. But as one car's headlights illuminate the sidewalk, a chilling figure appears there. It's vaguely human-shaped, but with a strange smoky transparency. And the unsettling part, it moves. As this ghostly figure glides down the sidewalk, its form seems to shift and change. Then, just as quickly as it appeared, it vanishes into the night. The figure's see-through quality and vaguely womanly form definitely scream spirit to some viewers. Others might scoff and say it's just smoke from a nearby fire. But here's the thing. Campfires are usually a no-go near streets, and chimneys wouldn't explain the figure's movement. The way it drifts and changes shape is unlike anything smoke typically does. So what is it? Ghostly encounter caught on camera, or something else entirely? Ever walk along the beach and find a cool-looking star-shaped rock? Think again. This video from Crescent City Beach shows a woman holding a strange living creature that looks nothing from this world. At first glance, it looks like a pretty rock with a neat star pattern on its top. But wait until the woman flipped it over. The underside is covered in thousands of tiny wiggling legs. Not exactly what you'd expect from a rock.
It's alive. Can you see the little legs moving?
Don't worry, this isn't some kind of alien visitor. It's a real-life sea creature called sand dollar. While it might not be the most attractive critter, sand dollars are actually pretty fascinating. They come in shades of reddish-brown to deep purple, and have tiny hairs all over their bodies that help them move and eat. They even have a special opening on their underside that acts as their mouth. And here's another fact. Sand dollars don't have brains. Instead, they have a network of nerves that controls everything they do. They might not be brainiacs, but they manage to live for a good 8 to 10 years. So, next time you're strolling along the shoreline and spot a star-shaped rock, remember, it's a living, breathing sand dollar. This video shows a heart-pounding chase between a lizard and a hungry raccoon, with a surprising twist. A passerby captured the whole thing on camera. In the video, a raccoon is hot on the heels of a desperate lizard. Just as the raccoon lunges for the attack, the lizard pulls off a shocking move. It detaches its own tail. That's right, the lizard sacrifices its tail in a last-ditch escape attempt.
Get him! Oh, look at his tail! Oh no, he's going.
The raccoon, maybe a little confused, goes in for the kill anyway. There's some wrestling as the lizard tries to get away. Also, when the cameraman pans the camera towards the tail, the lizard's detached tail is still squirming around like crazy, even though it's no longer attached. This amazing trick is called caudal autotomy, and it's a superpower some lizards have. They can actually detach their tails to distract predators. In theory, the wiggling tail is supposed to keep the attacker busy, long enough for the lizard to escape. Unfortunately, for this little escape artist, the raccoon wasn't fooled. It stayed focused on its lunch, lizard, not tail. Maybe next time, little guy. Ever get that super annoying itch in the middle of your back you just can't reach? Well, spare a thought for this bear in a hilarious video captured by a trail camera. This furry friend seems to be suffering from a major itch attack. Right in the middle of its back, no less. And without handy opposable thumbs or super flexible shoulders, what's a bear to do? The answer? Improvise. This bear rears up on its hind legs like a giant, furry human and proceeds to rub itself against a nearby pole with the enthusiasm of a dog with a fire hydrant. Without those thumbs and flexible shoulders, they gotta get creative. Rubbing against trees, poles, or anything they can find is their way of dealing with those pesky itches. This video is nightmare fuel for anyone who hates bugs. 3 friends stumbled upon a gruesome sight. A dead locust lying on the ground. But the real horror awaited them as they took a closer look.
That was a zombie cricket,
That's
dude.
crazy.
That thing was getting
I did
controlled
not
by
see
those
that.
parasites.
Like, after I stepped on it, it looked dead, right?
Eerie, tentacle-like things were writhing and emerging from the locust's body. Each wriggling appendage seemed to move independently, intertwining with the others in a truly unsettling display. The friends, understandably creeped out, decided to take action by burning the whole thing down, which in my eyes was a pretty good move. But what exactly were these strange tentacles? They are a parasite known as the horsehair worm. These slender, roundworm parasites live up to their name, resembling long horsehairs. They're about the width of dental floss and can grow several inches long. These creepy crawlies target insects like locusts, cockroaches, and beetles, taking up residence inside their unfortunate hosts. The worms then slowly consume their victims from the inside out. Once the insect dies, the horsehair worms emerge, leaving a horrifying scene like the one captured in the video. So the next time you see an insect, you might think twice about squishing it. This spooky video from Russia has some serious ghost story vibes. The clip, reportedly captured by a security guard, shows a scene straight out of a legend, the mall spirit.
Olha ela ali. Já é a segunda vez essa semana. Eu tive que filmar para mostrar.
This video was recorded at the closing time at the mall, and everything is shut down. But the security guard isn't alone just yet. On camera, he spots a figure mysteriously ascending the stairs of a mall. When he reaches the stairs, the figure is gone, vanished into thin air. Suddenly, the guard hears frantic footsteps behind him.
Ai meu Jesus! Ai! Ai! Ai meu Deus! Ai!
Now, is this video legit or a clever hoax? We don't know for sure, but one thing's for certain. The way the figure disappears and reappears is enough to send shivers down your spine, and the security guard's terrified reaction only adds to the mystery. Get ready for another dose of adorable wildness. This video captures the playful side of coyotes, proving they're not all about howling at the moon. In the distance, we see a coyote having a blast with a ball, just like a furry canine friend. This resourceful pup has discovered a treasure and is putting it to good use. The coyote playfully throws the ball off a cliff, watching with glee as it rolls down the hill, gaining speed. Then, it's off to the races. The coyote chases the bouncing ball with pure joy, reminding us that even wild animals love a good game of fetch. This playful behavior might come as a surprise. We often think of coyotes as cunning hunters. But this video, along with others showing them grooming and playing together, reveals a hidden side to these creatures. While it's tempting to imagine a pet coyote after seeing this cuteness, it's important to remember that these playful moments don't mean they can be domesticated. Coyotes are wild animals with instincts that help them survive in their natural environment. Taming them is extremely difficult, and while a few rare cases might exist, it's not something to attempt at home. That if you live near woods and hear strange screams for help at night, it's best to call the police because some person might be in trouble. However, that is not always the case. A homeowner recently uploaded a video on Facebook capturing the eerie noises emanating from the nearby woods. Intrigued, he ventured out to investigate further, only to discover that the voices sounded like a human yelling for help, but accompanied by unsettling growls. Some viewers suggested the possibility of skinwalkers, beings known for transforming into other living forms to deceive and lure unsuspecting individuals. It is also especially known that skinwalkers try to imitate voices. However, they are not very good at it. Just listen again. In such a situation, the best course of action is to call the police, allowing trained professionals to assess and handle the situation appropriately. Ever dreamed of catching a glimpse into a fantastical world? This trail camera footage might spark your imagination and leave you questioning the line between reality and fairy tales. Deep within the forest, a trail camera captures a scene that seems straight out of a storybook. Tiny, otherworldly insects flit through the air, leaving behind a shimmering trail that resembles the sparkling dust often associated with fairies. The sight is truly captivating, transporting viewers to a realm of wonder and enchantment. While the logical explanation points towards these being fireflies, and the trails being an effect of the camera or its settings, the video undeniably evokes a sense of magic and mystery. It leaves us pondering the wonders of nature and the possibility that there might be more to the world than meets the eye. Perhaps this footage simply captures the beauty of nature in a way that sparks our imagination, reminding us of the childlike wonder we once held for the world around us. A video from a Florida zoo has gone viral, showing a crocodile encounter that went awry during a demonstration. The video features a large crocodile lying calmly on the ground while a trainer attempts a dangerous trick. The trainer sits on the crocodile's back holding a stick and addresses the audience, likely claiming control over the animal. Suddenly, the situation takes a dramatic turn. Another crocodile, previously unnoticed near the first, lunges towards the trainer. The trainer manages to stand up and avoid the immediate attack. However, in a shocking twist, the larger crocodile the trainer was sitting on also reacts aggressively. Thankfully, the bite appears to be non-critical, and the crocodile retreats. The incident understandably leaves the audience shaken and serves as a stark reminder of the inherent dangers of interacting with wild animals, even for experienced professionals. While this video may seem like something out of a horror movie, it claims to be a real-life encounter caught on camera. In the clip, the homeowner, who is behind the camera, explains that his neighbor heard strange noises coming from his house while he was away shopping. The video shows the homeowner approaching his house, filming the windows as he explains the situation. Suddenly, the lights inside the house start flickering on and off, adding to the eerie atmosphere. Then, through the window, a chilling sight, a shadowy figure appears briefly within the house before vanishing. Startled, the homeowner yells and runs towards a storage room inside the house. As he scans the room with his camera, he spots a strange movement behind a broken wall panel. Fear taking hold, the homeowner runs to the garage. There he hears banging noises coming from the attic, but finds nothing when he investigates. While the homeowner deserves credit for his bravery in facing this unsettling situation, if I was in the place of the homeowner, I would have just dialed 911. Imagine venturing into the woods for a quiet night walk and stumbling upon this. A man has captured a spine-tingling experience on camera during his nighttime exploration of a dense forest. As he walks deeper into the woods, he comes across an abandoned, ruined car. But the car itself isn't the only thing unsettling. A strange feeling of dread washes over him, prompting him to pan his camera around to find the source. To his utter shock, he sees a figure standing eerily in the distance. Behind the car, the figure appears vaguely human-shaped, but completely black. Overcome by fear, the man takes off running, and the video abruptly ends. This encounter must have been truly frightening. The sight of such a creature is unsettling, as our mind couldn't even make sense of these creatures and what they want. This video, captured on a Ring doorbell camera, will shake your heart to its core. It shows a kid named Taylor, clearly scared and in tears, ringing her neighbor's doorbell. Through the doorbell speaker, the homeowner, who isn't home at the moment, reassures Taylor that they're on their way and tells her to stay put near the front door. We hear Taylor explain, in a voice trembling with fear, that she's being chased by a bobcat.
I'm on my way home right now, a bobcat. I want to come in. Please.
The kind neighbor patiently calms Taylor down, who also mentions her mom is not at home. Thankfully, the neighbor arrives shortly after. While the situation is scary, witnessing a young girl face such fear is truly heartbreaking. It's a reminder of the importance of looking out for one another, especially our younger neighbors. Thankfully, the quick thinking of the neighbor and the convenience of video doorbells helped ease this frightening situation. This video from a barn captures a surprising barnyard brawl. It starts with a mischievous fox chasing 3 chickens. The chickens are zipping around the frame, trying to outrun the fox, who's determined to catch them. Suddenly, a brave little dog jumps into the scene on another camera angle. The dog, acting as the chicken's protector, chases the fox away. The fox, surprised by the unexpected furry defender, leaps into the air and scurries back. The dog gives the fox a small chase, then returns to the chickens, who seem very grateful for their feathered friend's defender. This whole scene is like something out of a cartoon. Feathers flying, fox hopping, and a brave little dog saving the day. It definitely makes you want to consider getting a furry friend for yourself, doesn't it? This terrifying video from Sweden shows a family caught in a brutal hailstorm inside their property. Seeking shelter under a shed, they huddle together as massive hailstones, the size of tennis balls, pound relentlessly on the roof. The loud thumps and crashes create a scene of pure terror. The family, understandably scared, stays huddled together, unable to even consider running to safety because of the hailstone's size and potential danger. The video captures the raw fear and helplessness of the family as the hailstorm rages on. To emphasize their point, they even share a photo comparing the hailstones to a golf ball, showcasing the enormous size of the ice chunks. Thankfully, the family emerges unharmed. However, the hailstorm undoubtedly caused significant damage, likely destroying cars and causing property damage in the area. This video from a wildlife photographer captures a scene of ultimate relaxation. An owl perched on a tree, seemingly unfazed by the world around it. The owl exudes an air of tranquility, as if it has transcended all life's worries and stresses. While the owl appears completely at peace, a few curious hummingbirds decide to liven things up by poking its head. But even these playful jabs fail to ruffle the owl's feathers. It remains calm and composed, simply observing its surroundings with an unbothered gaze. Some viewers believe the owl's calmness stems from its limited daytime vision. However, this isn't entirely true. While owl vision is indeed weaker during the day, they can still clearly see objects close to them. Therefore, it's more likely that the owl simply chose to remain unfazed by the hummingbird's antics. Perhaps it was enjoying the peace and quiet of the moment and didn't want to waste energy on getting annoyed. I have a strong dislike for dolls, especially the old ones, and this video perfectly illustrates why. The footage is from an unknown person who seems to be inside a dimly lit house. There is also an eerie laughter echoing in the background. And there is a mysterious figure standing in the distance. The cameraman, feeling a bit uneasy, bravely decides to investigate the source of the laughter and cautiously approaches the figure. As he gets closer, it turns out that the mysterious figure was just a doll. However, the laughter persists, and upon closer inspection, 2 hands become visible behind the doll. Startled, the cameraman quickly checks behind the doll, only to find no one there. Ready to leave, he notices something even more chilling. The doll's pupils move on their own. Frightened, the cameraman makes a swift escape. This video is pretty chilling, and it is reinforcing my fear of dolls being potential hosts for spirits and ghosts. This video has some viewers on edge. It features two friends who were home alone when they heard an unsettling hissing sound coming from their kitchen window. Curious and a little spooked, they peeked through the window and got a real shock.
Your window. He's coming in the house.
They saw a strange creature, seemingly a mix of dog and human features, peering back at them. One of the friends, understandably terrified, screamed and ran. The video ends abruptly after that. Upon slowing down and pausing the footage, some viewers claim the creature resembles the legendary Michigan Dogman. This creature is said to be a tall, bipedal creature with dog-like features and glowing eyes. Whether it was the Michigan Dogman or something else entirely, the video certainly captures a scary and bizarre encounter. It's important to remember that such encounters are extremely rare and often lack concrete evidence. It's also important to be cautious when encountering unfamiliar situations. If you ever find yourself in a similar situation, the safest course of action is to leave the area immediately and seek help from the authorities. In this video, a man is paddleboarding in the ocean when he suddenly encounters an orca, also known as a killer whale, approaching his board. Understandably alarmed, he reacts instinctively. The video captures him cursing in surprise and fear as he uses his paddle to defensively hit the orca.
Oh you! Get the fuck, don't fucking bite your board, you cunt!
In response to his actions, the orca eventually turns away and swims off. I am honestly amused by his reaction to meeting an orca so close, especially how dangerous these creatures can be. Orcas are intelligent, powerful creatures, known for their curiosity, which can sometimes bring them close to human activities in the water. While they are generally not known to attack humans, such close encounters can be dangerous. It's fortunate that the situation was resolved without harm to either the man or the orca. In this video, a group of men are filming in the jungle, surrounded by the dense foliage and sounds of the wilderness. Suddenly, their adventure takes an unexpected turn. A gorilla, one of the jungle's most formidable inhabitants, emerges and approaches them. In a surprising and somewhat alarming move, the gorilla grabs one of the men by the foot and starts dragging him for a short distance before letting go. I have to say that the behavior this gorilla showed was very unusual, as these creatures typically avoid close human contact. From my perspective, this incident, while startling, is a reminder of the importance of respecting wildlife and their space, especially in their natural habitats. It's fortunate that the situation didn't escalate and the man was unharmed. Such encounters underscore the need for caution and awareness when in the presence of wild animals. This intriguing video comes from a trail camera positioned in a snowy winter woodland. All seems quiet and calm for a while. Suddenly, the tranquility is broken by the appearance of a large creature with wild brown hair walking on 2 feet. It moves with a deliberate humanoid gait, passing right in front of the camera. The creature closely resembles the legendary Bigfoot. The sight of such a creature in this wintry forest landscape is both captivating and bewildering. It raises the question, could this actually be the elusive Bigfoot often spoken of, but rarely seen? I have to say that the quality of the video is very poor, so I can't make out any features or details. The only thing I can see clearly is its walking, which looks very human. In this unusual video, captured by a surveillance camera, we witness a bear breaking into a house's kitchen. The camera shows the bear skillfully navigating the kitchen, heading straight for the fridge. With remarkable ease, it opens the fridge and rummages through, eventually grabbing a bag of food. Then, the bear makes its exit as casually as it entered, climbing out of the window with its newfound snack. The video switches to an outdoor surveillance camera, which captures the bear retreating back to the woods, bag of food in tow. I have to say that while it's fascinating to see a bear so comfortably navigating a human environment, this is no innocent event. Things can turn out really nasty if an encounter happens. In this intriguing video, people are filming from a bridge, capturing the serene scene of water below, illuminated by the lights reflecting from nearby restaurants. The atmosphere is calm until something unexpected and astonishing happens.
That is exactly how it happens. Oh, here it comes.
From beneath the bridge emerges a massive, strange-looking creature crossing the water. It's notable for its unusual shape and a particularly elongated neck. Unlike any typical aquatic animal, the creature's appearance in the water is so unusual, and I'm not sure what this is. It might be a seal that comes very close, and from the weird lighting, it makes it look like it has an elongated neck. Do you agree? In this video, a man ventures into the woods at night, his only source of light being a flashlight. The darkness adds a sense of mystery to his surroundings. As he walks, he films his journey, capturing the eerie quiet of the nocturnal forest. When he points his camera towards a tree, an unexpected sight appears. A humanoid creature, partially hidden behind the tree, seems to be watching him. Combining it with where they are and at what time makes it a truly nightmare story. Is it a person, perhaps another night wanderer, that tried to scare them with a costume? Or something more mysterious and unexplained? Could it be the rake, considering making these guys one of its snacks? This video, filmed by a woman at the zoo, captures a delightful interaction between a man and a monkey. The man, seated on a bench and separated from the monkey by a window, decides to perform a simple magic trick. He shows the monkey a cup with a grape inside, then covers the cup and pretends to shake it, secretly dropping the grape onto the floor. When he reveals the now empty cup to the monkey, the reaction is priceless. I don't know about you, but to me this charming moment is a wonderful example of the intelligence and emotional capacity of monkeys. In this video, a kid is snorkeling in the crystal clear waters of the Bahamas, capturing the vibrant corals and colorful fish with his camera. However, the serene exploration takes a sudden turn when a shark enters the frame. The shark, known for its curiosity, spots the kid and approaches him. In a moment that requires quick thinking, the kid uses his presence of mind to defend himself. With a spear in hand, he skillfully redirects the shark, preventing a potentially dangerous situation. The shark swims away, leaving the kid unharmed, but surely with an adrenaline-filled memory. I can't state enough just how brave this kid was, at his age, to have an encounter with such a predator, and keep your calm is amazing. I am not sure I would have been able to do the same. Imagine you're enjoying your cruise when suddenly, the captain announces an unexpected turn. In this video, captured by a family on a cruise trip, the cruise ship approaches a life raft in the middle of the vast sea. To their surprise, the raft appears to be all alone. No signs of anyone needing help. It's just there, gently bobbing on the waves, with not a single soul on board or in the surrounding waters. The only company it has are some curious birds flying around. This scene raises some pretty big questions and a bit of concern. Why is this life raft adrift in the sea, and what was its purpose? Was someone on it, needing assistance, or did it accidentally fall from another ship? The mystery adds an unsettling twist to the situation, leaving us with more questions than answers. The vastness of the open sea holds secrets that sometimes baffle even the most seasoned cruisegoers. Ever wondered what it would be like to witness towering monsters like Godzilla in real life? Well, this video from California tries to give us a taste of that thrill. The video shows a dark sky ready to unleash a thunderstorm. In the midst of the intense weather, lightning suddenly lights up the clouds, revealing a colossal humanoid figure's shadow for just a fleeting moment. This gigantic shadow, reaching sky high, resembles an old man holding a walking stick. The sight is undeniably eerie, and the person recording the video seems genuinely scared. Yet, upon closer examination, to me it seems the fear factor may stem more from the lightning itself than the mysterious shadow. Nevertheless, many viewers believe in the authenticity of the video. The lingering question persists. Could this be a genuine encounter with a colossal being? Or is it merely a skillfully crafted illusion, sparked by the dramatic theatrics of Mother Nature? The decision is yours. This video shows a train journey through a wooded area where it takes an unexpected turn when the driver captures something mysterious in the distance. A colossal, motionless creature, towering and entirely white, stands there fixated on the passing train. Its sheer size is awe-inspiring, and it seems genuinely curious about the locomotive, standing as if observing the spectacle. The video sparks fascination, reminding us that our world is full of enigmatic wonders. This creature, with its ghostly appearance, adds an extra layer of intrigue to the scene. The person behind the camera even goes on to label it as a ghost sighted on the train track, emphasizing the otherworldly nature of the encounter. While a rational explanation might be a scarecrow or a Halloween decoration set up by nearby residents, the unsettling feeling lingers. Even if it were a scarecrow, the sight of this figure standing alone in the middle of nowhere raises eyebrows and sends a shiver down the spine. Nowadays, creating fake Bigfoot sighting clips is relatively easy, but capturing it on a Facebook stream adds a whole new level of authenticity. This particular video comes from a Facebook streamer enjoying a forest hike with his uncle. As the live stream documented their return, the uncle suddenly grew alarmed by something in the distant forest. The streamer swiftly zoomed in on his camera to the spot indicated by his uncle and spotted a massive black creature standing completely still. This creature, covered in dark fur, initially seemed bear-like, but upon closer observation, it became clear it was something more humanoid. Both the streamer and his uncle were gripped by fear, and in the background, the distant barks of nearby dogs hinted at the unsettling presence of this mysterious being.
Oh my God, what is that? Look, a damn kangaroo. Hold up, I'm gonna get it on tape. A bear or something? Look like a damn bear.
The creature, resembling a Bigfoot, lurked behind the woods, seemingly stalking the streamer and his uncle. What added to the eerie scene were the strange hand signals the Bigfoot-like creature was making from a distance, possibly communicating with other Bigfoots in the area. The tension in the air and the mysterious signals raise questions about the existence of these elusive creatures and what their intentions might be. Remember the childhood fascination with mermaids? Well, this recent internet video made me question whether our mermaid dreams might have a touch of reality. The footage, shot by a hiker from a hidden spot near a lake, captures a creature in the water that looks remarkably like a mermaid. This aquatic being, sports a fish-like lower body and a woman's head, embodying the classic mermaid image. As the video unfolds, the mermaid-like creature gracefully swims in the lake, bringing a touch of magic to the scene. However, my enthusiasm took a hit when the video ended without revealing the creature's face. This absence raised my suspicions, leading me to believe that the video might be a clever hoax. It's possible that the mysterious creature was merely a woman in an exceptionally well-crafted mermaid costume, playing into our childhood fantasies. While the video sparked excitement, the lack of a conclusive view leaves room for skepticism, reminding us to approach such enchanting sightings with a hint of caution. A forest ranger, after hearing complaints from campers and hikers about a strange visitor in the woods, decides to check it out and discovers something really unsettling. The ranger records a video as evidence, and the spooky scene unfolds in the dark forest at night. Armed with a flashlight, the ranger points towards a bizarre humanoid creature strolling in the distance. This creature, tall and strangely calm, moves through the woods as if it doesn't know it's been found. What makes the sight even creepier is the creature's odd texture, making it look like it's made of leaves or plants. Just the idea of such a being wandering around the forest without us knowing is enough to give you chills. The video shows the unsettling truth of these unknown creatures living deep in the forest. The ranger's discovery confirms the worries of hikers and campers, making us think about the mysteries hiding in the quiet corners of nature. Encountering a Bigfoot is already spooky, but imagine the terror of being charged at by one. In this chilling video, two hikers in a peaceful Canadian forest were taking a leisurely stroll when they spotted a large black creature in the distance. This hefty creature, standing tall, noticed it was being observed and suddenly began charging at the person with the camera. The Bigfoot emitted terrifying growls and yells as it closed in.
Run!
Despite its massive size, the creature surprisingly moved swiftly. The hikers, realizing the danger, started running for their lives. The video captures the intense moment as the Bigfoot relentlessly pursued them, creating a scene straight out of a hiker's worst nightmare. This footage vividly demonstrates the aggressiveness and agitation that Bigfoot may exhibit when they feel someone is trying to record them. It's a spine-chilling reminder of the mysterious and formidable nature of these elusive creatures. If encountering a cryptid wasn't on your 2024 to-do list, this video is sure to give you a good spook. An Indian villager recorded this eerie footage while investigating distress calls from his farm animals. As he scanned the area, he heard branches breaking in a nearby tree, and what he captured on camera is downright chilling. The video he captured reveals a frightening creature climbing the tree, painted all in purple with ape-like hands and facial features. What really sends shivers down your spine is the strange and sinister smile on the creature's face. It tried to hide behind the tree from the camera, but the villager managed to capture it. After stopping the recording to call for help from other villagers, he returned to the tree only to find the creature mysteriously gone. Thankfully, the villager recorded the video first, providing evidence for what he witnessed. Without it, convincing others about this bizarre encounter would have been quite a challenge. This video comes from a tourist guide leading a group of Chinese tourists through the Carolinian Forest of Canada. As the tourists enjoyed the adventure and recorded the beautiful surroundings, they stumbled upon something quite unbelievable. In the distance, they spotted a gorilla-like creature in the forest, busy digging into the ground. The weird thing was that there are no gorillas or apes in Canada, and the creature didn't move like a gorilla, suggesting it was something else. The tour guide, a girl behind the camera, informed the tourists that it might be a Sasquatch, and judging by its appearance, it did resemble one. The Chinese tourists were amazed, pulling out their cameras to capture pictures and videos of the creature, which seemed unaware of being recorded. After digging for a while, the Sasquatch eventually wandered away, and the video came to an end. It's likely a trip those tourists will remember for the rest of their lives. Bear and hunters encounters seems to be a more popular love story than Romeo and Juliet. In this video, a hunter has a shocking encounter with a mama bear. While on his hunting adventure, he spots the mama bear heading his way. The hunter cautiously starts moving backward, keeping his bear spray at the ready. Thankfully, after following him for a while, the bear decides to leave the man alone, and the video ends without any harm done. The hunter stays remarkably calm and collected, avoiding agitating or angering the bear, which could have led to a dangerous situation.
Stay there, Barry. Don't follow us. Don't come towards us. I don't want to use my bear spray.
This video serves as a reminder always to be equipped with bear spray or air horns when venturing into the forest for activities like hunting or hiking. It's crucial to note that relying on a gun may not be effective against these massive creatures, as their thick skin makes bullets less impactful. Safety measures like bear spray are key to handling encounters with these formidable animals. If you ever spot a tornado forming in front of you, common sense says to run, right? Well, this man did the opposite. In this video, we witness a tornado forming from a tiny swirl of air. Initially, it's of a normal size, but as it gets closer to the cameraman, it becomes thinner. Instead of running away, the cameraman starts recording from an even closer distance. As the tornado gains strength, the cameraman continues running close to it, defying the typical instinct to seek safety. Luckily, this tornado turns out to be not too powerful and eventually stops after moving for a while. Many viewers are calling the man in the video foolish, and it's hard to argue against that because you never know when these things can transform into massive, furious tornadoes. This video has left most people on the internet scratching their heads as it captures a mermaid-like creature sitting in the ocean. From a distance, this creature appears to be a mix of a human and a fish, sporting a fish-like tail and a woman's upper body. However, there's another possible explanation. It could be a statue placed by a nearby fish restaurant. The puzzling part is that this is in the middle of nowhere, making the presence of a statue seem illogical. To me, it seems like a genuine mermaid sighting, but I'm a bit skeptical because the mermaid isn't moving and just sits there like a statue. It's a confusing sight, and having more footage or a closer look could provide more evidence to analyze. The mystery of this video keeps us wondering about the true nature of the creature in the ocean. This video from Australia showcases an incredibly rare albino echidna discovered in Bathurst, about 120 miles northwest of Sydney. A member of the Bathurst Regional Council spotted this unique echidna and named it Raffy. Locals were fascinated by this rare creature, but they were not allowed to touch it. Short-beaked echidnas are known for being elusive, and encountering an albino specimen makes it even more extraordinary. Raffy, displaying albinism, has a genetic condition that leads to reduced melanin production in hair, skin, and eyes. While albinism is beautiful, it comes with complications, with sensitivity to sunlight being one of the most common issues. The discovery of Raffy adds a special touch to the wildlife in the Bathurst region, creating excitement among the locals who got a glimpse of this rare and captivating albino echidna. Whenever I see those exposed power lines, I can't help but fear what might happen in a big short circuit. This video from a Florida neighborhood provides a chilling answer to that question. It captures the moment when two power lines accidentally touch, causing an electric spark to travel the entire length of the power lines. The spark forms multiple times, creating a terrifying sight and accompanied by the screams of locals in the video background.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Accidents like these can be extremely dangerous, potentially leading to a power line break. If the line falls to the ground, it could cause even more disaster. It's truly frightening to witness such events happening in your neighborhood, and the unsettling electric spark noise it produces is spine-chilling. GoPro cameras are amazing. They capture everything without getting in your way. However, sometimes they accidentally record things that can leave you unsettled for life. This video comes from a skier's GoPro camera during a skiing adventure in Siberia. Although the clip is short, it shows a tall black figure amidst the trees. If you pause on the figure, you can see how huge it is. Compare it to the nearby tree, and it looks like an 8 to 10 feet tall creature. It has long arms and a humanoid upper body, making it resemble a Bigfoot. Siberia is known for Bigfoot and Yeti sightings, and this might be the first time a camera managed to capture a clip of this elusive creature. The video leaves us with a mix of awe and uncertainty about the mysterious beings that might roam the Siberian wilderness. Humans have this strange tendency not to back away from danger unless it's right about to hit them. This video perfectly illustrates that, where a group of people stands behind a fence, gazing at the surging sea with massive and furious waves. The waves are already dangerously high, but these folks seem to be ignoring the potential risks, just enjoying the spectacle. Suddenly, the worst unfolds, as the towering waves come crashing, surpassing the fence. As the waves breach the barrier, they start taking everything in their path. Many people get swept away, and then the video abruptly ends. Watching this video only intensifies my fear of the ocean and water. Still, I can't help but be puzzled about why these individuals didn't realize the abnormality of those towering waves and seek safety. The way humans sometimes approach danger leaves me utterly confused. A video circulating on the internet has sent shivers down the spines of many, leaving everyone unsettled. In this footage, captured by a passerby, a graveyard is the backdrop. But something unusual catches the eye. A strange black creature on one of the graves. Initially resembling a black dog, upon closer inspection, it reveals itself to be something much stranger and eerie. This strange entity seems to be a creature, with part of its form inside the grave and the other part above the surface. It has a small head popping in and out of the grave, creating an unsettling sight. The passerby recorded this mysterious being while passing the graveyard. However, feeling spooked, the recording abruptly stops. Some viewers who have seen this video speculate that it might be the spirit of a deceased dog, although there's currently no concrete evidence supporting this claim. It leaves everyone wondering about the nature of this creepy grave-dwelling creature. What are your thoughts on this eerie sight? I dread using public bathrooms, and after watching this video, I wouldn't even want to go near them. This footage was captured by a construction worker on his way to the public restroom. As he approached the bathroom, he heard strange breathing noises emanating from inside, prompting him to start recording.
هو سامع صوت هسه حاليا.
In the clip, we witness the entrance to the bathroom. The worker proceeds cautiously, entering the bathroom at a slow pace, clearly perturbed by the heavy breathing sound. He casually records the interior, but initially, nothing unusual appears. However, as he turns a corner and pans the camera towards a doorway, he captures a figure peeking from behind a hallway wall. Swiftly, the figure hides. This figure resembles some kind of cryptid, and I believe it was the source of those eerie breathing noises. These creatures are rumored to inhabit dirty and dark places, making a public bathroom an ideal hiding spot for them. This unsettling incident was captured by an adventurous vlogger who explores abandoned houses in remote areas, sharing his experiences on YouTube. In one of his videos, something quite mysterious and hard to explain occurred. While recording the interior of an abandoned house through a window, the vlogger unintentionally captured a startling moment. As the vlogger panned the camera towards the window, a creature suddenly appeared. Initially, the vlogger didn't notice it and continued recording other parts of the house. However, upon closer inspection, when the video was stopped and zoomed in, the creature displayed humanoid features. At first glance, it looks like a human in the window, which raises many perplexing questions. The weird part is that this humanoid figure was in the middle of nowhere, inside an abandoned house. The sudden appearance in front of the camera adds an extra layer of strangeness to the situation. The whole scenario is undeniably strange and creepy, leaving viewers and the vlogger alike puzzled about the mysterious presence in that desolate, abandoned space. A homeowner who had been experiencing poltergeist activity in his house for over a month decided to set up a camera before heading out for groceries to unravel the mystery.
Sunday the 19th of July.
After placing the camera in the kitchen, he left for the store, and within just 40 minutes, things took a bizarre turn. Objects started falling off the counters, as if someone was tossing them around. Strangely, there was no one present in the kitchen or even in the house at that moment. Pans, chairs, and cups were seemingly moving on their own, creating an eerie scene. The strange events repeated after 5 minutes, and this time, whatever was causing the disturbances even went as far as opening cupboards and drawers to throw things out. It appears to be the work of an angry and mischievous poltergeist, creating a genuinely scary situation. However, amidst the fear, one can't help but feel sympathy for the homeowner who now has the daunting task of picking up all those scattered items in the kitchen. This video captures a spine-chilling encounter that took place during a late-night drive on a desolate highway, as recorded by a car's dash camera. While cruising down the road, the car slowed down at a train intersection, offering the camera a view that evoked a sense of fear. On the roadside, a truly eerie figure came into focus, a ghostly figure resembling that of a hunched-over girl. Recognizing the unsettling presence, the driver swiftly pressed the gas pedal and continued driving. The ghostly figure was in the appearance of a little girl, noticeable from her hair and body frame. What added to the fear was the way this apparition signaled the driver to stop, contemplating what might have occurred if the driver had chosen to stop, thinking it was someone in need. Adds an additional layer of horror to the situation. Late-night drives on quiet roads can indeed lead to encounters that send shivers down the spine. We all marvel at the beauty of the Northern Lights, a scientifically proven natural phenomenon. However, these videos reveal something reminiscent of the Northern Lights but on an extraordinary scale. The first video is from Virginia, and the second is from Michigan, both capturing peculiar lights in the sky. In the Virginia video, the entire sky is bathed in different and intense abrupt lights, with the brightness notably stronger near the ground, suggesting a possible source from the ground. In the Michigan video, similar unusual lights grace the sky, showcasing vibrant color changes. While some viewers speculated it might be fireworks or a malfunctioning transformer, the intensity and brightness of these lights seem to surpass typical fireworks displays. The intriguing possibility arises that these lights could be a rare and unknown natural phenomenon. The brilliance and vividness of the display prompt questions about its origin, sparking speculation and curiosity. Imagine you're out for a peaceful night walk, and suddenly you come across a scene that looks pure evil. The video clip we're discussing was recorded by a homeowner during one such walk. As he strolled, he noticed two figures in front of the local church, both adorned in devil costumes. Intrigued, he started recording, thinking it might be a prank. However, as he recorded from across the road, a car passed in front of the frame. To his surprise, once the car exited the frame, both devilish figures vanished, as if into thin air. This unexpected disappearance left the homeowner startled and uneasy. Feeling scared, he swiftly ran inside his home. While the figures initially looked like two people dressed in devil costumes, the eerie manner in which they disappeared alongside the passing car adds a bizarre and creepy element to the scene. Watching this video gives me chills, especially since there's a similar church in front of my house, making the thought of something like this happening downright unsettling. This intriguing video hails from Saudi Arabia, where a man captured an unusual sight. At the beginning of the video, the man proudly displays a lizard in his hand. However, the unexpected revelation follows. This lizard is far from ordinary because it lacks eyes. Yes, you heard it right. Instead of the usual lizard eyes, there are blank spaces emerging from its head, suggesting an unusual mutation. Curiosity led me to research eyeless lizards, and while I found information on eyeless cave salamanders, this particular lizard seems distinct. Its body resembles a lizard, but the absence of eyes sets it apart. The question arises, is this a result of mutation, or could it be an entirely bizarre creature, different from a typical lizard? The mystery behind this eyeless lizard sparks curiosity and leaves us pondering the strangeness of nature. This video comes from Tamil Nadu, India, depicting a live bear attack witnessed by locals. The scene unfolds with a large gathering of people on the street, appearing to run from something. Suddenly, a bear emerges behind a car and charges towards a man on his bicycle, knocking him to the ground. In response, others in the vicinity start hitting the bear, hoping to divert its attention from the man under attack. Despite the struggle, the bear eventually leaves the man and runs in another direction, concluding the video. The unusual aspect is that even the police force was present on the street, yet they too seem to be running away from the bear, rather than intervening. Fortunately, the man who was attacked emerged unharmed. Such bear attacks can be quite dangerous, and it's indeed a relief that the man came out of the incident without serious injuries. Tesla car owners get to enjoy various advanced features, including self-driving capabilities that use sensors to detect surrounding traffic. However, as shown in this intriguing video, these features can sometimes lead to unexpected detections, even of ghosts. Don't believe it. Take a look for yourself. Recorded by a Tesla owner, the video demonstrates how the car's sensors indicate the presence of two individuals on bikes to the right side of the vehicle. The catch: when the driver checks, there's no one there.
The Tesla thinks there's somebody on a bike next to me, but there's nobody there. I'm gonna drive through and start.
Interestingly, the car was parked behind another vehicle, but the sensor insisted there were bikes nearby. Tesla's autopilot relies on cameras to monitor the surroundings, identifying vehicles, pedestrians, road markings, and obstacles. While the possibility of autopilot malfunctioning is acknowledged, the driver showed in another clip that the glitch disappeared after moving from a stoplight, and the car no longer displayed any ghostly bike riders. Imagine purchasing a shiny new car, parking it outside your house, and then looking through your window only to find a massive beast casually making itself at home inside it. This captivating video hails from California, showcasing a sizable black bear comfortably seated in someone's car. The bear nonchalantly peeks out of the car window, as if pondering the best way to exit the vehicle. The person recording the video, likely bewildered, decides to take action. They yell at the bear to vacate the car, and surprisingly, the bear appears to hear the command.
Yeah, come on, you gotta get out of there.
Instantly, the bear gracefully exits the car and wanders away. It's quite fascinating to witness such an obedient bear. For those wondering why bears might climb into cars, it's often when they are hungry and sense food inside the vehicle. This video serves as a reminder of the importance of closing car windows when parked outside, as it shows precisely why bears might explore vehicles in search of a snack. When I say I'm scared of wind, I'm not referring to the pleasant breezes. I'm talking about something like this. In this video, we witness a ferocious wind wreaking havoc outside a facility in China. The intensity of the wind is so powerful that it lifts up boards and even trees. Its speed is remarkable, and the video reveals the presence of particles mixed with the wind, adding an extra layer of danger. Recorded by employees on a night duty shift, they wisely chose to stay inside the building while this fierce windstorm unfolded outside. This decision was crucial considering the potential risks of walking around in such hazardous wind conditions. The footage serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictable and sometimes strange nature of strong winds, highlighting the importance of staying sheltered and safe during such weather events. Security cameras are typically installed in homes to provide a sense of security and safety, reassuring us that we are protected. However, there are times when these cameras capture something that makes us feel quite the opposite, unsettled and unsafe. This picture was shared on Reddit's Creepy Captures subreddit by a user who recounted a strange incident. The user explained that it was midnight when their door security alarm went off. Naturally, they went to check who might be at the door, but to their surprise, there was no one there. Intrigued and concerned, they decided to review the camera footage, and that's when they came across this eerie figure. The figure in the image looks as though it's right out of a horror movie. It has a Slender Man-like face and an overall creepy appearance. Moreover, it seems to be holding something in its hand, adding to the mystery and unease surrounding it. Whatever this bizarre creature may be, one can only hope it never pays them a visit in person. This video isn't necessarily scary, but it does capture a rather unusual and puzzling encounter. In the video, a driver is recording a child who is running toward their car. What makes this situation peculiar is the child's running style and the way their head is tilted to the side. As the child approaches the car, the person inside asks if they are okay and inquires about the whereabouts of their mother.
Bro, what in the ever-loving shit am I looking at right now? Dude, this kid's coming up on me. Like, Jesus. Hey, buddy. Are you okay? You can't be out here. Where's your mommy? Hey, buddy.
However, the child doesn't respond and simply gazes at the trees on the side of the road. The aspect that raises concerns is the absence of the child's parents. Leaving a child alone in the middle of the road like this is certainly not safe or responsible parenting. One can only hope that the child safely made their way back home, and it would be wise for the driver to report the situation to the relevant authorities to ensure the child's well-being. Driving on a deserted road can indeed be a creepy and eerie experience, and encountering something like a werewolf would be the stuff of nightmares for any driver. In this particular case, the driver was cruising along a quiet road when they suddenly slammed on their brakes after spotting something highly unusual at the roadside. This creature doesn't resemble any familiar species. While some might argue that it has a wolf-like appearance, a closer look reveals some very peculiar traits. Unlike regular wolves, this creature appears to be strolling about on its hind legs, which is quite unusual. Additionally, its arms seem skeletal and lacking flesh. Its ears might resemble those of a dog, but the combination of its arm structure and the way it walks on its hind legs gives it an eerie, almost monstrous quality. The big question here is, what could this creature possibly be? A man was peacefully sleeping when suddenly his ducks outside started making a ruckus as if they were under attack by some predator. In a hurry, he rushed outside with his camera, hoping to capture whatever was disturbing them. As he pointed his camera towards their shelter, everything seemed normal at first. However, if we rewind the video and slow it down, we can spot an eerie sight. A pair of eerie, lifeless glowing eyes lurking near the duck's house. These mysterious eyes quickly darted out of view when the camera turned their way. In the moment, the man recording the video didn't notice the unsettling eyes, but when he later reviewed the footage, he was shocked by what he saw. Now, he's much more likely to believe his ducks when they start making a commotion again. In a video captured by a hiker during a trip through the Canadian forest, something initially appeared to be a lurking bear among the trees. However, as the hiker zoomed in for a closer look, it became clear that this was no bear. Strangely, this creature seemed to recognize the hiker, despite the hiker's attempts to remain hidden in some bushes. For some time, this mysterious creature simply stared blankly at the hiker, almost as if it was studying him. Eventually, it retreated back into the depths of the forest. What makes this encounter especially eerie is the uncertainty of its intention. Right from the beginning, this creature appeared massive, even though we never got a full view of its body. It was covered in thick orange-brown fur and bore a striking resemblance to the legendary Bigfoot. In November, a bizarre and eerie video surfaced on a YouTube channel called Shimmy Jim Hog. According to the video captions, a homeowner captured this footage around 1:30 in the morning when he started hearing strange noises on his roof, similar to what he had heard the previous night. Armed with his camera, he ventured outside to investigate. As the homeowner stepped outside, he shared with the camera his curiosity about the mysterious sounds. However, to his horror, when he pointed the camera towards the roof, he discovered a truly creepy humanoid figure staring down at him. The man, understandably startled, stumbled backward and rushed inside to grab his firearm. Upon returning, the mysterious creature had vanished into the night. The creature appeared bald with a large, round head, but due to the low light, its facial features remained obscured. To me, this creature resembles what is often referred to as the Rake. Regardless of its identity, the eerie encounter left an impression of something with potentially malevolent intentions. This video unfolds in the Himalayas, capturing footage that left viewers in a state of fear and confusion. Two hikers recorded this scene as they explored the Himalayan range, spotting a large dark creature in the distance leisurely strolling around. This creature, entirely black and seemingly covered in a thick coat of fur, initially gave off the impression of a bear. However, as it came into clearer view, it became evident that it wasn't a bear due to its humanoid posture. Some viewers who have seen the video are skeptical, suggesting it may be the elusive Yeti. The Yeti, often described as an ape-like creature, has been a subject of folklore in the region. So, the question remains, what do you think this creature is? A yeti, or perhaps something even more strange and unsettling than our familiar classifications? This video serves as a clear reminder of why it's crucial to keep a close eye on toddlers, even if it's just a few seconds. Hailing from Seattle, the footage captured by a home security camera unfolds in the backyard of a house. The camera captures a curious toddler taking tentative steps towards something in the distance, piquing their interest. However, the unsettling part is that what caught the toddler's attention wasn't the usual suspects like a cat, dog, or squirrel. It was a massive black bear. The toddler heads directly toward the imposing bear. Fortunately, just in the nick of time, the toddler's mother rushes out to retrieve them. Yet, as she gets closer, she realizes that her little one is running straight towards the bear. Acting swiftly, the mother catches her toddler and brings them safely inside. It's undeniably a close call, and we're grateful that the mother's quick actions averted a potentially dangerous situation. Thank goodness for the vigilant mom. A video was uploaded on Reddit by a user claiming to have a clip of a mountain beast captured on a bridge. In the video, you can see the edge of a forest and the shadow of what seems to be a bridge road. After a few seconds, a large shadow appears, walking on the bridge. The shadow is quite big compared to the bridge and moves around casually. Its outline resembles a humanoid, making it look like a Sasquatch. However, I'm still not completely convinced by the video. It's just a shadow, and we don't have any other evidence that this is some kind of Sasquatch. It's possible that it's just a person walking close to the light source, creating the illusion of a monstrous shadow. However, even if it was a human, I can imagine being really scared if I were there and saw that. Even if you believe you've witnessed all the wonders of nature, the animal kingdom always has surprises in store, especially in the depths of our oceans. A recent internet sensation featured a particularly strange marine worm caught by a fisherman, showcasing the bizarre and unfamiliar side of ocean life. The video begins with the cameraman's hand displaying the worm he just reeled in. At first glance, the worm appears to be a typical ribbon worm, but it takes a sudden twist when it exposes its insides from its front end. The remarkable part is what emerges. It seems to be a mouth of its own. While it might give off an alien-like vibe, it's actually a worm employing a unique feeding mechanism. This weird process involves the worm extending a part called a proboscis, essentially an appendage it uses for feeding. The protruding mouth-like structure serves the purpose of pulling in food. Though it's a natural behavior for the worm, it undeniably presents a crazy and weird way of eating that manages to both intrigue and gross out viewers simultaneously. Nature's surprises truly never cease to amaze. A video surfaced on a Chinese content uploading platform, offering a glimpse of the eerie atmosphere on the roads at 1 in the morning. The footage combines views from 2 different traffic cameras situated across the city. Both cameras captured a mysterious, dark figure casually strolling along the road. This enigmatic entity appeared dark and transparent, with a distinctly humanoid outline. It moved in a manner reminiscent of a person, stepping in a humanoid posture and wandering aimlessly across the street. What makes this encounter more intriguing is that the same figure was recorded by another camera, displaying a similar outline and walking pattern. To me, this apparition resembled a wandering ghost or spirit. Given that it was spotted on 2 separate cameras, there's a possibility that this could be an authentic sighting of a ghost. However, it's essential to consider alternative explanations, such as potential camera malfunctions, or the chance that someone edited and added a computer-generated ghost in both frames. Imagine yourself out fishing on a wonderfully serene day with clear skies and picturesque clouds. As you take in the beauty of the scene, you see this in the sky. Some fishermen off Key West have stumbled upon rare punch-hole clouds, creating an appearance that could easily be mistaken for some alien activity in the area. These punch holes present a captivating yet slightly eerie spectacle. Multiple formations of these clouds adorn the sky, leaving the recording fishermen understandably confused. The scene resembles something out of a doomsday apocalyptic event, adding an extra layer of intrigue. However, investigation revealed that these striking formations are not extraterrestrial in origin. Instead, they are a rare natural occurrence known as fall streak holes, also referred to as holopunch clouds. These formations occur when part of the cloud layer forms ice crystals large enough to fall as a fall streak. This phenomenon takes place in clouds containing supercooled water droplets, where the water is below 0 degrees Celsius, but hasn't frozen yet. Given their infrequency, it's no wonder that the fishermen and others witnessing such sights initially entertain thoughts of alien activity or some otherworldly event. Nature, as always, has its ways of surprising and captivating us. Trail cameras indeed offer a fascinating glimpse into places and moments that humans might not physically witness. However, sometimes the images they capture can be unsettling and raise many questions. In a video from a Canadian forest, recorded at 5 in the morning, the trail camera provides a view of the deep woods illuminated only by its flash. As the clip unfolds, a mysterious figure moves through the trees in the distant darkness. Unfortunately, the darkness prevents a clear view of the creature's appearance or even its outline. Nevertheless, the creature appears slender and quite tall. From my perspective, it seems like a humanoid creature, or more precisely, a human. The intriguing part, however, lies in questioning the presence of a person in the middle of the forest at such an early hour. If you're an avid trekking enthusiast like me, you'll appreciate this video that captures a nerve-wracking encounter on a forest trail. The footage, recorded by a fellow hiker, unveils a sizable black bear blocking the narrow trail track. With the trail obstructed, the only option for the hiker is to backtrack. As the hiker cautiously moves backward, the bear begins to approach slowly. A crucial aspect here is that the hiker can't turn their back and sprint, as that might provoke the bear into pursuit. The intense face-to-face standoff between the hiker and the bear persists for a while. Eventually, the hiker manages to create some distance from the bear and seizes the moment to make a run for safety. Fortunately, the hiker emerged unscathed, demonstrating the effectiveness of the tactics employed. For fellow hikers, this video serves as a valuable lesson on handling tense situations in the wilderness. It provides insights into what to do, and equally important, what to avoid in the face of potential danger. In a video that gained significant attention on the internet in 2015, a strange and eerie incident was captured inside an apartment in Malaysia. The footage, recorded by a security camera, unfolds in a kitchen where the apartment owner appears to be engrossed in preparing a meal. However, something really unsettling is happening behind him. As the apartment owner continues his cooking tasks, a black smoky orb materializes behind him near the bedroom door. The orb seems to linger as the owner finishes preparing his meal, and curiously, it follows him when he enters the bedroom to retrieve plates. The dark figure remains present as the owner reemerges and heads to the dining room, with the mysterious orb trailing him. What makes this video particularly bizarre is that throughout the entire sequence, the homeowner seems completely unaware of the dark presence lurking behind him. It creates a chilling and surreal atmosphere as the homeowner goes about his routine, oblivious to the shadowy and unholy entity silently following his every move from the darkness. This video from Russia gives us a chilling glimpse into the intensity of a blizzard. The footage unfolds with a view of a village, where people are on the road recording something in the distance. Soon, the mysterious sight they were capturing reveals itself. A vast and formidable blizzard heading straight toward them. Rather than seeking shelter, these individuals remain in place, continuing to record. The blizzard swiftly approaches, covering everything in its path. The camera capturing the scene becomes hazy, and due to the blizzard, visibility drops to 0. It turns into a scene of pure horror, as the cameraman can't see anything around him, with the landscape becoming a blanket of white. It's important to note that winter storms like these bring heightened risks of car accidents, hypothermia, frostbite, and heart attacks from overexertion. So, I sincerely hope that the individuals in the video were aware of the potential dangers and took the necessary precautions, standing nonchalant in the face of the oncoming blizzard. I hope they are safe. Nature never ceases to amaze us, revealing things we never thought we'd witness. Take, for instance, this captivating video from a forest showcasing a honeybee hive on a tree. What makes it particularly intriguing is that the entire surface of the hive is covered with bees, forming a mesmerizing pattern resembling ocean waves. This wave-like display looks really strange. However, it is not a mysterious phenomenon. In fact, it's a clever defensive strategy employed by the bees. When threatened, honeybees create shimmering waves as a means of defense, especially against potential predators like wasps. The initiation of these social waves is set in motion by special agents on the surface of the nest. These agents are the first to flip their abdomens in response to a perceived danger, setting off a chain reaction that results in the spectacular wave pattern we witness in the video. Nature's way of self-defense is truly a marvel to behold. My friends often ask why I hesitate to join them for skiing, and I always show them this video to explain my concerns. The footage taken from a skier's GoPro camera illustrates the potential dangers one might encounter while skiing. The video begins with the skier on a snowy mountain, but suddenly the snow gives way, sending the skier downhill with it. This creates a sort of mini avalanche. As the skier is dragged down the slope in this mini avalanche, panic sets in, and the skier desperately moves around, trying to find a way to escape. After being carried down for a while, the snow eventually stops on its own, bringing relief. Luckily, the cliff wasn't very high, so the snow stopped relatively quickly. However, if it were a higher cliff, there might have been no stopping the avalanche, potentially burying the skier deep in the snow. Thank goodness for the safer outcome in this instance. One of the most frightening and unstoppable forces of nature that really scares me is tornadoes, mainly because there's no way to put a stop to them. This video revealing a massive and furious tornado captured from a distance. The footage, taken by a driver, shows the tornado swiftly moving, towering so high it seems to reach the sky. The tornado is enormous, covering a vast area from its base, shrouded in darkness with dust and cloud. Its speed is remarkable, changing positions in just a few seconds as it travels to the side. Witnessing such a colossal force of nature up close is truly daunting and fear-inducing. Thankfully, in this instance, the tornado wasn't too close and moved to the side instead of heading directly towards the car being recorded. If it had come closer, the footage could have been much more alarming. Here's another video capturing a moment when a bear decided to take a leisurely stroll on a mountainous hiking trail, causing a bit of a detour for the hikers. The footage, recorded by fellow hikers, shows a sizable black bear blocking the trail. The camera person kept a safe distance, capturing other hikers making a quick retreat from the bear. Surprisingly, the bear didn't seem aggressive at all. It continued its casual walk along the trail, even when the hikers ran past. At one point, the bear halted and gazed down a cliff, giving the impression that it might be contemplating a way down. To me, it appears the bear might have been using the trail to descend from the mountain, coincidentally crossing paths with the hikers. Now, with the hikers making their way down the trail, it will open the path for the bear to continue its descent. Ever wondered who would win in a tussle between 3 lion cubs and a puppy? Your instinct might lean towards the lion cubs. But this video teaches us not to underestimate the dynamics of nature. Captured by a zoo owner, the footage features 3 lion cubs and a dog. The dog appears engrossed in eating something, while the lion cubs, driven by curiosity, approach. Surprisingly, the dog takes a defensive stance and starts fending off the lion cubs, protecting its meal. Despite being smaller and leaner, the dog proves quite aggressive, successfully scaring off the 3 sizable lion cubs. It seems the lion cubs weren't in the mood for a confrontation and calmly retreated in the face of the dog's defensive actions. While it might seem like a potential animal showdown, it turns out to be a cute and fascinating display of the bravery. Scientists claim that we've only explored a mere 5% of our vast oceans, leaving us to ponder about the creatures that might inhabit the remaining 95%. This video, taken on a beach, provides a glimpse into that mysterious underwater world. It showcases bizarre aquatic creatures that resemble strips of bacon, moving in a manner reminiscent of worms. These creatures, with their bacon-like appearance, take an even stranger turn in the video, as one of them expels a white web-like structure from its front, which drops onto the ground. Interestingly, this web-like structure closely resembles what ribbon worms eject from their bodies to capture prey. While it seems plausible that these creatures could be a rare species of ribbon worms, it's challenging to be certain without more information. The ocean continues to hold secrets that intrigue and baffle us. Imagine yourself cruising down a highway, and suddenly, right before your eyes, a plane is making a landing. This video unfolds on Sunrise Highway, presenting a dramatic scene as a single-engine plane executes an emergency landing on the road. The pilot, Jim O'Donnell, skillfully navigated the situation after the plane experienced a technical malfunction. The individual capturing the video shared in a live TV interview that the plane came incredibly close to his car, creating a hair-raising moment as it seemed the wing might clip his vehicle. He added that the proximity was such that he could step out of the car and reach out to touch the plane. Remarkably, the pilot's expertise ensured a safe landing on the highway. Post-landing, the plane was towed away from the scene, and the good news is that everyone emerged from the incident unharmed. This video was captured by onlookers as they witnessed an avalanche cascading down from a mountain. Several cars were parked on the road below, and the avalanche, advancing towards them, posed a direct threat. Among the onlookers were the car owners, visibly frightened and concerned about the fate of their vehicles. Unfortunately, there was no way to halt the impending avalanche. As the avalanche reached the cars, it engulfed them, pushing some aside and burying others underneath. The destructive force of the avalanche resulted in damage to multiple cars before finally coming to a halt. The video concludes, leaving behind a chilling and distressing scene. experiencing something like an avalanche destroying your car is undoubtedly a frightening and helpless situation. And in this instance, thank God that the avalanche wasn't more massive, sparring heavy destruction. Running a hair salon might seem simple, focusing on cutting and styling hair. But what if a surprising event involves a deer crashing through the salon's glass front? This video, taken by the salon's camera, starts with the salon owner busy cutting a client's hair. Out of nowhere, a deer comes up to the glass front, crashes through, breaking it, and enters the salon. As things get chaotic, the client and owner quickly move to the side, trying to stay safe. The salon owner, seeing her shop getting wrecked, is shocked and can't believe what's happening. Meanwhile, the deer, now inside, seems stuck and confused. Trying to get out, it turns around but crashes through the glass door on its way out. The salon owner, overwhelmed by everything, starts crying, feeling scared and worried about her shop.
Close the door back there! Oh my God! What's that from? Your flat iron! It's okay. It's alright. It's okay. I'm so sorry. Alright, I'm sorry. Here.
Who's that Caine was from?
Shit.
Even though it's definitely a scary incident, thank God that no one got injured or hurt. Ever wondered who'd come out on top in a face-off between 4 domestic dogs and a hefty wild seal? Well, this video spills the beans. It captures the scene of 4 dogs encircling a massive seal, barking up a storm. The dogs display clear signs of aggression, but the seal remains surprisingly calm. After a bout of relentless barking, the dogs decide to back off. That's when the seal, seemingly unimpressed, decides it's time for payback. As the dogs turn away, the seal takes action, opening its mouth and attempting to take a bite at one of the dogs nearby. Luckily for the dog, it manages to evade the seal's bite, and that's where the video wraps up. Seals are typically known for their calm and gentle nature, but as seen in this video, when provoked, they certainly have their own unique ways of seeking revenge. When animals interact with the human world and human inventions, there are times when we get some unusual reactions out of them. Take these 2 foxes, for instance. While fighting each other, they ended up on the trampoline where they continued their fight until they realized where exactly they were. So one of them started jumping on it and enjoying it, but the other one wasn't ready to call off the fight, hence it started again. But the first fox was so invested in exploring what the trampoline was and how it worked that it could not help but focus only on that. The video ended because maybe the person recording got tired of holding the camera, but the foxes were still there, enjoying their trampoline just like they should. Imagine being with your family on a boat, and you see a huge great white shark right below the surface of the water, as close to you as possible. Anyone would get scared, but this family found it more exciting than terrifying, as they kept recording the shark moving around right below them, and eventually leaving after deciding that it should leave these humans alone. The shark could have easily tipped the boat over if it wanted to, but fortunately it wasn't in the mood for any kind of violence, and therefore left them all alone, after giving them a glimpse of how terrifyingly unpredictable the ocean can be. This mesmerizing clip of a tsunami was recorded by a camera specifically placed to record such weather phenomena is something that can leave anyone who watches it awestruck. The way the downpour starts off from the mountains and then descends to the hills, the lake, and finally onto the houses with all its glory, and the way the cloud shapes and the angle it has all been captured from make this clip one of its kind. And we all can see this absolute wonder of nature while relaxing in our cozy places, thanks to the inventions of cameras. This video was recorded back in 2013 when a guy was hiking in the mountains and heard breaking branches close to him. Scared, he tried hiding and then looking for what was causing it. Soon enough, he was able to uncover the scary reason behind the sounds. Quite close to the guy, the creature remained half hidden in the bushes and trees. Its whole body was covered in thick, dark hair. The man remained hidden, trying his best to not be seen by the creature, or else it would have ended very badly for him. I don't know if it's just my imagination, but the creature seemed to be reaching with its arm, which I don't think a bear would do. You could see part of that tree moving like it was picking leaves. For me, it looked like it was Bigfoot. Also, it had a unique color, and I've heard people describing Bigfoots as having a mixture of colors like this creature. Could it be Bigfoot, or am I mistaken, and this is just a bear caught at just the right moment? There are times when humans come across a sight that takes them back to the mythological world. Something exactly like that happened in 2015 in Thailand when locals saw a buffalo giving birth to a scary creature. Although the animal was born to a healthy buffalo and had the hooves, body, and limbs of a mammal, it also had strange reptile-like scales and an elongated snout, and candles were lit around the calf, as locals believed it would bring them good luck, while humans' imagination and mind ran wild with the poor calf, assuming it to be an omen, or, for some, a mutation mix of a crocodile and a buffalo. In reality, it was just a baby with a skin disorder, resulting in it being scaly like a reptile. Hiking alone in the woods can be scary, but sometimes things happen that make you wonder. That's what happened to a woman who had an encounter with the wild that left her terrified.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Instead of attacking her, like you might expect, the cougar was just as surprised and scared as she was. It actually just ran away quickly, as if trying to escape the strange human encounter. Luckily, the woman filmed the whole thing and shared it online, where everyone who saw it could only talk about how lucky she was. And I find myself in that group. I can't state enough just how dangerous such situations are. A human stands no chance against this animal. The strength and power golden eagles hold are unmatchable. And if you think these eagles only attempt to catch small fish or animals, then you are wrong. An example of their daring nature can be seen in this clip, where everything seems normal at first, with the deer family grazing busy in their own selves. But just then, the majestic eagle approaches from behind and attempts to catch one of the fawns. Thankfully, the deer were quick enough to not just react, but to run as well. And that's how the eagle's attempt failed. If the grazing animals had been slightly later, one of them would have been in the grip of the sharp claws, flying high above the sky, waiting to be someone's dinner. We all have an idea of how scary nature can be, but it becomes scarier for us humans when it comes at us with all its might. People in Thailand witnessed the strength of nature when a flood hit the country and damaged as much as it could. One clip, which particularly went viral, was of a car caught in the strong flow of water. The people sitting in the car couldn't even get the chance to get out of it, and they just went with the flow. No one could help them at that moment, even if they wanted to, because that would mean risking their own lives, considering the raging water's flow. The video ended abruptly. However, later it was revealed by the authorities that every single person inside the car was rescued. The wild isn't always scary. Sometimes it can be quite unpredictable and cute as well. Take this clip, for instance, recorded by a woman who was camping in the woods when she witnessed this unusual bond between a fully grown deer and her small dog. The little doggo was having the best time of its life, hopping around the deer and playing with it, while the deer, on the other hand, was acting like a mother whose kid is playing, as it just sat there peacefully enjoying the dog play. Till when were these two together? What were the circumstances under which this bond was born? I can't say, but this video warms my heart, seeing two unlikely animals to meet, enjoying a moment together. In 2016, a farmer in China came across a creepy sight. He was all excited for his pig who was soon to give birth. However, when it did, it wasn't exactly what the farmer was expecting. The piglet had 2 heads attached to one tiny body. It had 2 snouts and 3 eyes. According to the farmer, he did not feed the pigs anything toxic, so that could not be the reason. From the looks of it, the piglet appeared healthy, drinking milk and even eating like normal animal babies do. However, how long would it survive remained a question. I don't know why, but this is certainly not the first case I hear of such mutations. These kinds of things seem quite common in China, as animals with 2 heads or other mutations keep getting born every few months, but they don't survive for too long. I wonder why that is the case. Storms are pretty scary to even look at from afar, but imagine being right in the middle of one. This is exactly what happened in this clip, where a man somehow managed to record all the chaos that was happening around him as a strong storm hit his house. At the start, the winds were not that strong, but within seconds, the whole scenario completely changed, and the car, the bins, and whatever was on the street started being pushed around. Even the trees, with such strong roots in the ground, couldn't hold the ground and broke into half. God knows how the man was able to stand there and record it all, and why he did not try to rush inside to somewhere safe. I am sure I wouldn't hang around with all this hell going around me. It literally took a few seconds for the whole scene to turn from peaceful to chaotic, and I guess that's how powerful nature is. The unpredictability of the wild is already too much. But sometimes, these animals take it to the next level and do things completely out of their character. Take this elephant, for instance, who was thirsty, but instead of going to a lake, it thought it would be better to go to the humans and steal some water bottles from them. And that's exactly what it did, leaving the humans too stunned to do anything. Maybe it would not have been so shocking if the animal was stealing some bananas or sugarcane, but bottled water. How is it even going to drink from it? Why would the elephant raid a house in the middle of the night to do that? And no logical answer I can come up with. However, in the end, the elephant couldn't really do anything and had to leave with the humans continuously blinding it with their flashlights. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. If you guys love going to the beach for a nice sunny day and to get some needed tan, this clip will have you thinking twice before planning your next trip. This clip was recorded a couple of years ago when a huge wave hit the coast, although I am not sure exactly where this is filmed. At the start of the clip, it looks like just a normal day on the beach. There was no water beyond the limits. However, in a matter of seconds, a huge wave hit, dragging with it everything around. The cars, the huts, and everything that was there completely vanished, with nothing but water in the sight everywhere. The guy who was recording it all was safe since he was standing on top of the building, but considering the flow, it would not be surprising if the water took the building down as well. I don't know if that was the case here, but I have to warn you, if you find yourself at a beach and see the waters retreat a lot, you need to run. A big wave is coming your way. Recorded years ago, this clip had everyone in shock as they laid their eyes on it. It was in India that some locals saw a weird animal roaming around their village. Not knowing what it was, they caught it and got it caged. At first, I thought that it's a dog with some skin disease, but it does not really look like a canine. The body shape resembles more of a rat. Was it some species that had somehow hidden from human eyes till today? Or was it just an animal with some abnormality that got way too big? When it was uploaded on the internet, everyone had their own opinions. However, I can't say for sure which is the true one. Anyone has any explanation? With every clip, you will be taken to the weird world in which we live. This clip, for instance, shows another moment that, if not filmed, no one would have ever believed. In the middle of the night, when everything seemed calm and peaceful, a raccoon made a grand appearance on a Ring camera. But the raccoon was not doing anything usual. Instead, it was flawlessly walking on its front legs. I gotta give it to him. He's got skill. Now, the question is why? Why was the raccoon up to such tricks? Maybe its hind legs were hurt. Or maybe it was just trying to show off its newly learned tricks. Has anyone ever seen this before? I know it's a first for me. Zoos have been keeping animals for so long, feeding them whatever they can. However, this zoo staff was recorded feeding something out of the ordinary to a few of their animals: blood. Vampire bats are known for their liking of blood, and that's the main thing they live on. So, to keep them alive and healthy, the zoo makes sure to give them enough blood when they need. In the clip, we can see how they have arranged a number of tiny bowls which they fill with blood, and then the bats come to the ground to drink from them. This non-traditional way might freak you out, but that's the only way to keep these bats healthy and satisfied. As for what kind of blood the zoo feeds them, it remains a mystery, adding to the creepiness of the whole situation. Although I am pretty sure it's not human, so don't worry. Trail cameras are set up to get insights of the wild, and to capture them being themselves in the wild, and this trail camera captured exactly that. A pine marten who was on a mission to get some food had no idea that an owl was right there with its sharp eyes on them. The pine marten, stumbling upon an owl nest, thought it could get a quick snack. Only got a whack on the back. That was enough for it to know that the area is not safe and it needs to run for its life. However, the second pine marten got a little more than that, as the owl pushed it down the tree branch with a whiff. I have to say that the owl has an interesting way to defend its territory. Hit and run, rather than stand and fight. I guess it adapts to its advantages, as owls have perhaps one of the most silent flight, so other animals will never hear it coming. Either way, the pine martens got their lesson. Never again should they come to the same spot. While most people only focused on the buffaloes making their way through the thick snow, not many saw what was happening in the background. While the buffaloes were busy walking around, not just one or two, but 4 massive creatures were captured on camera as well. They remained mostly hidden behind the trees, but the glimpse that we got was enough for us to know that they were none other than Bigfoot. They were huge if we consider their size compared to the trees, and the way they effortlessly moved through the snow tells us that they were not average humans. The footage was recorded by a camera mounted in the area for surveillance purposes, and when the authorities got the video, they were quite shocked. Do you believe this is footage of a Bigfoot family? A guy was in the middle of the river trying to catch some fish when he noticed a weird creature in the water. It took him a few minutes to realize that it was a sloth, almost drowning. The man quickly went up to the animal and rescued it on his boat. And that's how this sloth got not just his life saved, but also a good ride on the boat. However, when the video was uploaded at first without any context, many people confused the sloth to be some weird creepy creature. It did look like it, but I think after a while it looks clear it is a sloth. I applaud the man for taking care of it. These creatures are pretty known to not be the most adapted ones. This video was uploaded by a guy on YouTube in 2017. He recorded and uploaded it to see if others had any idea what the thing he just saw was. Apparently, it looked like an insect, but not one or two. Instead, a whole group conjoined together, clinging to a tree or rock in the creepiest way possible. And to make it scarier, the whole mass was pulsating in a weird way as well. At first, I was shocked and found myself scratching my head since I had no idea what it was. But later I found out online that this mass might be tens of sawfly larvae, although I can't say with full confidence that they appear much larger than they would be alone, and they then wriggle in unison to appear as one organism. I heard before of this kind of behavior, which is triggered in order to incur a survival advantage, because one single larvae would be easy to pick and eat by the birds. Therefore, they form this weird mass and freak every passing being out. But I can be wrong. What do you think? There are sights you see that will always stay in your head to haunt you, and the sight of this donkey is one of them. Recorded years ago, this clip can still have the ability to haunt people. I know it will haunt me for the days to come. It shows a donkey with abnormal growth near its ears and on its face, which looks like an extreme case and must have had this donkey in severe pain. However, its bad luck was that it was in a village where instead of getting proper care, the donkey was made an exhibition for locals to come and have a look at. Without treatment, I suppose the donkey later died due to its situation, although I hope I am wrong. Bad luck can happen anywhere and everywhere. Most of the time, it catches you so off guard, not even the people around you know what to do. This is exactly what happened to this woman, who was having a normal day, shopping and walking around the mall, until moments before she could get on the escalator, a floorboard collapsed. However, thanks to the quick reflexes of the guy who was with her, she didn't get hurt, and he even managed to pull her back with the help of others. I think I always think about this when I get on an escalator, because this is not the first video I see of people falling next to an escalator. While watching this video, I felt genuinely concerned about the identity of this creature and the origins of the video. Unfortunately, there wasn't much information available. In this unsettling footage, we see someone standing in front of a car, signaling it to do something. The creature appears humanoid, but has a rather strange and unconventional shape. If it's an animal, it seems to be naked with no fur on its body. Its limbs are thin, and its head has an unusual, almost alien-like appearance. The way this creature is signaling the car to veer into the bushes and darkness is exceptionally peculiar. What might its motives be? Does it intend to lure passengers there for sinister purposes? The answers remain a mystery. This is the strange sight some hikers found in some forests. Could it be a lost orangutan strolling the forest, or a backpacker with seriously long arms? Or is it perhaps the legendary Sasquatch? The long-limbed creature steps out from behind the dense foliage and strolls through, the camera following its every move. Fortunately, whatever it is, it doesn't seem to be aware of the camera. Its face is ape-like, which would contribute to the idea of it being some type of orangutan. It does not look in our direction, but walks determinedly. I would love to know which forest this is in. Unfortunately, we do not get to see more of this strange creature, but it does raise the question of whether this is a lost species of humans, as we can see how human-like it appears. Glowing white eyes in the dead of night. From out of the darkness can barely be seen a shape, a moving creature. It is rumored to be the Australian yowie. Some individuals believe that yowies could be the Australian equivalent of Bigfoot, although there are different accounts regarding the creature. It is believed that this creature inhabits the outback and other remote areas of Australia. Opinions on the creature's behavior vary, with some describing it as timid or shy, while others claim it to be violent and aggressive. I think it is safe to say that whatever this creature is, It is a terrifying one we would all want to avoid meeting in the forest. With its large forehead, we can almost imagine it to be a gorilla of sorts. Its movements are rapid and jerky. It seems to be hiding, but from what? Does it know it is being watched from this trail camera? These homeowners heard some strange sounds outside their home, and they started recording the outside. And what they saw was terrifying, as the owner started calling someone on his phone. Deep within the darkness, something seems to be moving. The creature remains still to begin with, hiding in the distance and watching. It then moves over to the side slightly and comes closer to the camera. I can't be sure if there is a time lapse on this video, but it seems that the frightening humanoid figure materializes ever closer. The figure is white and large, a skinwalker perhaps. If such a thing does indeed exist, I would imagine it to look just like this. You can hear the desperation in Richard's voice as he tries to convince his friend of what he is seeing.
It's like 35 feet away, and it came out of those weeds. You know what I'm talking about?
At one point, the being looks almost ape-like, until it stands straight again, and then it clearly is not. The creature is very well aware that Richard is there, and it watches him. Richard says something like, "It came back."
Oh my God, there it is, Mike. It came back. Oh my gosh.
Making us understand that this is not the first time he is visited by this. We can only hope that Richard's friend eventually believed him and came to his rescue. This driver caught a strange sight in the middle of the road and had to film it. A strange-looking predator carrying away its slain prey. The only thing really clear in this video is the fact that whatever the animal is walking away, it is carrying the head of a zebra. Where does the rest of the prey lie, we wonder? It is half bush pig, half buck of some kind, a deviant of nature, an amalgamation of beings that hides in the night. I am not quite sure what this creature is. Unfortunately, just as we see the profile of the animal, it disappears into the bush. But I think I've been watching this video too many times. The animal's bottom almost seems pixelated as it trots casually away, which makes me wonder whether the footage has been edited. The animal is indeed casual. It does not seem perturbed that there is a vehicle with bright lights following closely behind it. There is no sense of urgency. This in itself is strange and somewhat unnerving. The Kraken lives. During their dive off the coast of Japan, 2 divers captured a remarkable video of their encounter with a massive squid at close range. The couple recorded the footage of the 8-foot-long squid using their underwater camera, capturing the squid floating in the waters. Despite the large creature, the video is peaceful, and one cannot be in awe of how lithe the creature is. Despite being the largest invertebrate on Earth, the giant squid continues to largely perplex scientists, remaining a mysterious creature. Although this creature appears calm and peaceful, squids are actually formidable predators, and have been known to attack human divers when given the chance. Their powerful tentacles can seize divers, pulling them downwards and causing disorientation, while their sharp teeth and claws can cut through wetsuits and skin. But what is more terrifying is obviously its size. The giant squids are known to live deep down in our oceans, where every creature is gigantic. So it is a mystery why it came so close to the surface. This video starts innocently enough with a few guys filming something odd in the distance. The one filming makes reference to black dots, but their attention, and ours, is very soon diverted to the large human scaling the forest edge. We hear the cameraman's exclamation that it is a skinwalker.
Dude, that was a skinwalker. What? Follow him. I videoed it.
Within Navajo culture, a skinwalker is characterized as a malevolent witch capable of transforming into, possessing, or camouflaging themselves as an animal. I was under the assumption, however, that skinwalkers ever only came out at night. This is in broad daylight. I'm really not sure what to make of it. The creature is huge, almost reaching the tops of the trees. Unfortunately, it isn't long before the guys lost the creature, so we can't be sure what it was that we saw. This lady has found one of the strangest looking creatures. At first, it does look like some sort of a abnormal rat, crawling without any limbs. However, as strange and alien as these creatures are, there's actually a logical explanation. This bizarre creature is called the rat-tailed maggot. So it is not a rat, but rather a maggot. It is the larval or immature stage of a fly. These whitish larvae measure around 3 to 4 inches in length and possess a distinctive feature, an elongated tail of approximately 1 to 2 inches in length. This tail serves as a breathing tube for the maggots when they are submerged in water. As they reach maturity, the maggots become a nuisance by crawling away from their breeding site in search of a dry location where they can undergo metamorphosis and transition into the adult stage. As creepy as they look, they are completely harmless, so the lady in this video was in no danger. This guy was walking around in a forest, filming as he was doing his stroll, but when looking back at his footage, he found something strange caught on camera. Right at the end of this footage, the camera caught the sight of a strange lizard-like creature which can be seen emerging from a tree stump. The cameraman obviously did notice, as we can see how he freaked. It is indeed a frightening sight to see while walking all alone in a forest. But honestly, I think that rather than a mysterious creature, it is more likely a type of lizard. But even that would be hoping for too much. There is so much driftwood and debris out in the forest that it is quite easily just a strange shaped piece of wood. There are strange creatures among us, for sure. This isn't one of them. These remarkable images, captured by a trail camera deep in the forests of Oregon, have ignited a wave of speculation and wonder. From the very first glance, it becomes apparent that we may be in the presence of the legendary and elusive creature known as Bigfoot. The figure, towering amidst the trees, exhibits distinct humanoid characteristics, captivating the imagination with its enigmatic presence. However, it is the additional element that truly adds an extra layer of intrigue to this already fascinating encounter. Upon closer examination, an unexpected revelation unfolds. Nestled securely on the back of the majestic Bigfoot, a smaller figure becomes visible. This diminutive companion, seemingly a baby, clings tenaciously to its larger counterpart, gripping onto the strands of hair. The resemblance between the two is striking, suggesting a kinship. The notion that these awe-inspiring beings may indeed be a Bigfoot and its offspring opens up a world of possibilities. Could these elusive creatures possess complex familial structures and social dynamics? Do they, like humans and other mammals, exhibit maternal instincts and nurture their young? The presence of the baby Bigfoot lends further credence to the existence of an entire species. Could this remarkable trail camera footage be the key that unlocks the secrets surrounding Bigfoot's elusive nature? We can see someone filming some sort of animal in a ditch that is approaching. The person filming is backing as the creature is approaching. At first glance, one might be inclined to believe that the approaching creature is a bear cub, given its initial size and the cautious retreat of the person behind the camera. However, as the lens focuses and the animal turns to reveal its profile, we quickly see that this is not the case. The creature possesses a unique amalgamation of features: a sizable head, a compact body adorned with a dense coat of hair, and short limbs that convey an uncanny fusion of monkey-like attributes with those reminiscent of a rat. Its distinct form is enough to elicit both fascination and trepidation, leaving us to question the very nature of its existence. As the scene unfolds, our attention is drawn to the creature's behavior. It exhibits a mixture of curiosity and caution, a primal instinct driving it to explore its surroundings while remaining wary of the human presence. We witness its repeated attempts to scale the grassy wall beside the ditch, an endeavor that suggests a desire to evade potential danger or seek refuge in the elevated terrain. The intensity of the encounter heightens as the creature persists in its approach towards the person filming. What drives it to venture towards the human observer? Is it driven by curiosity, a quest for food, or perhaps an unknown instinctual desire for connection? However, just as the anticipation reaches its peak, the video abruptly ends, leaving us yearning for more. What exactly was this enigmatic creature that crossed paths with the intrepid filmmaker? For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in.